sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I'ma share it, but today I'm yelling, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 Look inside of my soul to find gold and maybe get rich. Look inside of your soul and you can find out it never exists. I can feel the changes. I can feel a new life. I always knew life can be dangerous. I can say that I like the challenge and you tell me it's painless. You don't know what pain is. How can I paint this picture when the club line is hanging with you? Fell on my face and I woke with a scar. Another mistake living deep in my heart. Buried on top of my sleeve in a flick. I can admit that it did look like yours. Why you resent every making of this? Tell me your purpose is petty again. But even a small lighter can burn a bridge. Even a small lighter can burn a bridge. I can feel the changes. I can feel the new people around me. Just wanna be famous. You can see that my city finally put me on stages. To me that's amazing. To you that's a quick check. With all this respect, let me say this. I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I will share it, but today I'm yelling. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 I'm trying to keep it alive and not compromise the feeling we love. Trying to keep it deprived and only co-sign what radio does. And I'm looking right past you. We live in a world on 2 different axles. You live in a world, you're living behind the mirror. I know what you're scared of. Feeling emotions inferior. Shit is vital. I know you had to. This shit is vital. I know you had to die in a pitiful vein. Tell me your watch and a chain. It's way more believable. Give me a feasible game. Rather a seasonal name. I let the people know this is something you can blame. On yourselves you can remain stuck in a box. I'ma break out and then hide every lie. I'ma break out and then hide every lie. I can feel the changes. I can feel the new people around me. Just wanna be famous. You can see that my city found me. Put me on stages. To me that's amazing. To you that's a quick check. With all disrespect, let me say this. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a nickel. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and let them deal to brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I love to go back to when we played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me? Oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way it is, just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the waste and take the evil out of people. They'll be acting right, 'cause both black and white are smoking crack tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. Kill each other. It takes skill to be real. Time to heal each other. And although it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president. Oh, it ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change, never change. Trying to show another way, but you staying in a dope game. Ooh, now tell me what's some mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. Yeah, you gotta operate the easy way. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Selling crack to the kids, I gotta get paid. Well, hey, well that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me? Oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way it is, just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
nobody, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
All right, let's go. Come on in.
In this moment,
Yes.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Yeah, lead the way, I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now, before the moment flies. It's not a problem,
Come on in.
'cause I know what I'm getting into.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Hey, we are back. We are back. We are back.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Yo, evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everyone out here in the Black Bottom Roscast universe. You are here in another edition of the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. I'm here to bring the real, have grown folks conversations, and have a good time doing it. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in right now. Hit the comment section. Tell me where you are. Tell me what's good. Like, share, and if you are new, hit the subscribe and the bell so you can always get all future notifications of all upcoming live streams and shows that I do here on the Black Bottom Roscast. What's going on? I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone's been safe. And I hope everyone is striving to be the best version of yourself. I'm not going to do a whole long monologue tonight. You see the title? I've been saying I was going to do this for quite a while. So I decided to do it today because I think it's needed that we all understand the name of the actual title of Sinful to Peace live stream. God rest his soul. You know, um, he says game without work is dead, but he actually got that from the scripture in the Bible that's faith without work is dead. He just kind of used it in a more modern kind of terminology so the average non-church goer can kind of go to, he was a brother that was from the east side of Chicago, same side as my town, where I was born and raised from. East side. I know everybody's like, man, ain't no east side. The east side is the lake. No, motherfucker. Real Chicagoans know there's west side, there's north side, there's a south side, and there's the east side. You know the east side is on the south side, but that's further east. And everyone know anything that's past Jeffrey going eastwards is east side of Chicago. Okay, I know some people like, well, no, maybe it's State Street. No, no, it ain't State Street. Anything east of Jeffrey Avenue, anything east of Stony Island is the east side. Well, I'll say I'll even go there as far as to say from Stony Island back is the east side. So shout out to everyone that's out here tonight. Shout out to those that's watching now. Shout out to those that's watching in the clouds. Shout out to those that watch on the replay game. Shout out to all my newer subscribers. I gotta get some other things going on with my equipment so I can actually know who subscribes so I can shout you guys out. Without y'all, there will be no Black Bottom. And like I say, I'm trying to hit a goal. Hopefully, before the end of the year, I can get to 500. It all depends on y'all. But yeah, we got a lot to discuss. We're going to review this live stream. This was actually done from Sinful a couple of years ago, the same year that he passed. Um, it was actually like maybe a month or two before he used to pass. And the interesting thing about him, I got, in contact with his content, like probably maybe 2020, 2021, something like that. The whole circle with him, Kevin Samuels, O'Shea, Duke Jackson. Shout out to all those. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. God rest in peace as well. He passed, and he passed in May of 23, and Sinful passed in December of 2023. And it was sad because I actually saw his last live stream before he initially passed on to glory. But it was a lot of times that I would drive to work and I would turn on his I would get notifications that he's actually doing a live because he used to do a lot of morning and evening live streams. And a lot of his morning live streams, early morning game, you know, used to kind of, get me in my mode for my day. And this one kind of stood out because a lot of times, because it took maybe about maybe 45 minutes to maybe an hour to get to work, and some of his live streams go on for 2, 3 hours on any given day. And a lot of times when that be the case, I'll get back to him, but I kind of get back to him later after he'd already and did the live stream. Sometimes I didn't, you know, but this one, it kind of struck me to listen to it in its entirety, not only, but, you know, before I got to work, but after I got off. And I just had to, check this out because he was making a lot of good points. He threw a lot of good jewels out there and he put it more in a simplistic manner for those that are not Bible thumpers, those that don't know the scriptures and things like that. They was able to kind of get a better understanding of the point that he was trying to make. And that was good because, everybody don't read the Bible. Everyone doesn't go to church. Everyone, is not living and walking in the ways of Christ. He admitted it to himself plenty times. He came from a very religious family. He had the gift of ministering. He could have been a very good minister, could have been a very good pastor. He decided to live the lifestyle that he lived, and he always admitted that he was backsliding. But he always still used those tenements of his learning of, I won't say spirituality, but he knew the Bible. He knew what he was supposed to have been doing, but he chose to live the life that he did. And tragically, he died at a very young age. He was only 38, which that in itself is kind of sad, but maybe he did what all he had to do. And even though he didn't have any, you know, sponsorships on his page, a lot of times, I'm quite sure a lot of his videos didn't even get monetized, even though he had enough subscribers to have his channel monetized. But the content that he would use, I'm sure YouTube, probably didn't monetize it, but he made a lot of his money. No, not a lot of his money, but he made a nicest amount of his money off of his listeners, his subscribers. They send him super chats and cash apps and things like that. So, for him to get to the level where people like O'Shea Duke Jackson gave him his props, if he's the type of person that Kevin Samuels gave him his props as a content creator and what he was conveying as far as what he wanted to put out to the YouTube streets, he had to been on something, that was good. Even though, in some people's eyes, he lived a lifestyle of sin. That's why he called himself Sinful P. But hey, it is what it is with that. We are gonna just go ahead on. I was gonna play something else to kind of segue into it, but no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go ahead on and just play it, and we're just gonna do this whole show gonna be on Simple to P and Game Without Works is Dead. So without further ado, we're just gonna let it roll.
Out of sight, out of mind. Cause you hate me and I'm knowing you kind. But I ain't never met a hater like you. Tell me what you see when you look in the mirror and does it feel true? Every time I open my eyes, every time I get fly, when I do what I do, I hate the play, I hate the game and the money you make. Wait a minute, yeah, I could take it 30 times and you still gon' get it. Half to the break, backbone. A microphone, cut a broad back with black bone.
She's lying on the phone, urging you to leave your home. You better be careful, don't break your code now. When you're sticking to the script, and she's urging you to hit, you better fight it. Let's talk about it, yeah. Inside out, oh darling, I wanna be so deep that you believe in me. Inside out, oh darling, yeah.
I met a girl in Martinique, Dutch Creole, I can hardly speak. She call me all the time and she love me long. She could be my baby mama if I keep her strong. Cause she got a booty like a birthday. Happy, I'll be all up in the dugout. Nappy, but on the plane flight back to the USA, I'll be thinking about the bitch and everything she said. Like, do she really love me? Do she really care? Part-time player, full-time billionaire. Could it be the Cartier with chips? Or could it be the way I cut the hips? Living with my nigga free. We conversate so we put the P. He drives a caddy and I drive a Bentley. You wanna know where I came from? Your daddy sent me now. I'm trying to make my money double. So baby, shake your ass, cause your mouth will get you in trouble. And give me an E, I make pain. Try me and it's all the same.
She's lying on the phone, urging you to script, and she's urging you to hit. You better fight it. Let's talk about it. Well, inside out. Oh, darling, I wanna be so deep that you believe in me. Inside out. Oh, darling, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a little drunk, staring at this phone bill. And this is your son, that little punk. Baby, get down, baby, get mad. Cause you can be cool, now tell me where your cash at. But I ain't trying to hit, no. I'm far from a trick and a nigga to argue with. And you ain't getting no yick, and I never seen a freak that wouldn't sound. And I never wanna break a finger now, and I never wanna go against the grain. So I'ma regroup from whoop and change my game. Wait a minute, let your next choice be your BS TJ, so we can win it now. Yeah, sometimes don't recognize game. Wanna hate me cause I turn around and take her to the track, mate, when all I wanna do is my thing. Yeah, who hate? Him, them, her, oh yeah. Yeah, you ain't recognize game for sure, yeah. To the track, mate, when all I wanna do is my thing. Yeah, who hate? Him, them, her, oh yeah.
And for those that don't know, some of us content creators, before we get started with our live stream, we'd like to do like little intro music just to bring y'all in, make y'all catch a vibe, give you enough time to get yourself together. Like how I always say, get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man Big Mike always said, get you some juice. But leave them pills alone, because them mugs will kill you. Shout out to Sinful P that even put me on the fact to even say that. Hey, get you some water, eat you some fruit. That's pretty much where I got that from. For those that didn't know, I ain't, I know I give credit where credit is due. I think a lot of us in our content space and even maybe in your workspace, there's certain things that other coworkers or other people around you might say that works. And if you incorporate it with your own, ideology as far as what you're bringing to the table, whether it's in life, whether it's in sales, whether it's in anything, content creating, things like that, you might want to pick up things from this person, that person. As long as you give an acknowledgement where you're getting this stuff from and not trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, I just came up with all this stuff like you're the oracle. You know, everyone got their own mind. Everyone has their own way of bringing things forth. But it's always good to always give credit where credit is due when you get certain jewels from other people. But anyway, let's keep going. This is intro.
Yeah, you ain't recognize that for sure, y'all. We real about this here, man. You ain't recognize that. Check the time in the house. AMG in the house. TV in the house. Dick like a time in the house.
Man, blessings to everybody, man. Get up in here. Come on up in here, man. Let's fellowship about this game. Come on up in here, man. Appreciate that 10, fam. You know what I mean? Blessings to everybody. But yeah, I had to end that first live because when I came on, it was like I had to reconnect. And I'm like, I got perfect signal. Why would I have to reconnect? So it was already giving me problems, man. So I just deleted the first live. But you know what I mean? Looked like y'all still came anyway.
Oh, and for those that's wondering why you're looking at this view, Sinful for a few years before he passed had moved to Canada, and he was living in a high-rise building. So basically, what you're seeing is his window looking out into the street of his apartment. You know what I'm saying? Which it was like the coolest shit. I think maybe the morning time it was good, but man, when he used to do his evening live streams and you see all the lights light up in that area at night, it was a beautiful view, you know. Shout out to wife, I see you in the house. Shout out to everyone else who's tuning in. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. But man, yeah, but see, he wouldn't show his face. He did in his earlier videos. If you go on his page and subscribe, you know, subscribe. His page is actually still active. One of his buddies is actually still running his page. So Freeze, I hope you don't mind me using a little bit of y'all game to just convey on what we do over here at the Black Bottom Roscast. But I will say this for those that are listening to this or might catch the whole thing while we're doing it tonight, or even catch this on the replay, go over there to Sinful to P's page. It's still up on YouTube. Hit the comment section and hey, say that the Black Bottom Roscast sent you there. I actually, before I really, really strongly got into content creating, because I used to do it off Facebook, you know, just trying to get my feet wet into the whole content creating, not just doing lives just to be doing lives, just be on bullshit, but just to actually have something to say. And it was one show that he has on his in his archives that when he was talking about the whole R. Kelly thing and he was asking people to call in. I'm actually on that video. You know, he didn't curse me out. He didn't, you know, talk about me after the fact. I said what I said, and he heard me out and he ended my call. He's like, all right, nigga, get the fuck off my shit. I got other callers coming in, so fuck. All right, nigga. It is what it is with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's the link to it. You know, definitely show his page some love. He used to do some great live streams. My wife would tell you, you know, she ain't all with that pimping shit, but really listening to him, herself, she loved it. And oh my God, do not let him be pissed off and have to crack on your ass because his sermons were epic. The rants were epic. Boy, you piss him off, boy. He coming from the will of God and 10 more white people on your ass. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but let's just get started. God rest Sinful to P. Here we go. Game without works is dead.
Anyway, some people probably still there, like, what's going on? But eventually, I think they'll make their way here. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, early morning game with it, man. What's going on with it? Blessings to everybody. Hold on, let me set this up. Go get your fruit. Go get your water. Hey, man, so you can digest this game better. Yeah, go get your water. Go get your fruit so you can digest this game better. I promise you, if you put some fruit in your body, if you drink some water, you'll be able to receive this game better. I never got the first notification. Oh, okay. Well, this is what it is from now on. At 10 o'clock EST time, we will be having morning game. So you don't need no notification because I already gave the notification when I told the whole congregation that we was going to come on one accord at 10 o'clock EST time to have early morning game. You know what I mean? So we don't need YouTube to inform us when we going to be live. If we not live at that time, it's because something had transpired or, you know what I mean, God forbid. But yeah, we don't need no, yeah.
Yeah, and God, that's he was for real with that. And real talk, everybody. I do my shows every Tuesday night at 8:30, every Friday night, 10:30 Central Standard Time. If I'm not on live per se, I would play a replay of a previous live. But Lord forbid, Lord help if something was to happen and I didn't do those lives at that time. please play for a brother. You know what I'm saying? Because it hurt my heart because he did that live earlier that day, like in his last hours or maybe days. And he said he was going to do another live that night, but he never did. He did the next day, early morning game. Didn't happen. Evening stream. Didn't happen. So now people are starting to wonder because see, in order to get traction doing what we do, you got to be consistent. And when you build enough of a following, you ain't got to worry about YouTube shouting y'all out these notifications, even though it helps. But a lot of times YouTube be YouTubing and they don't give certain streamers their notifications the way they need to. So you got to take it upon yourself if you are a subscriber, a fan, or just a supporter of any content creator's work. If you know they go on certain times, tune in to those times. If something is not right, then hey man, blow up this spot and hope and pray that maybe they fell asleep or they said to hell with it. They didn't want to do it that night. Something. It was like that with Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, I remember, and this is so sad because I actually saw both these content creators' very last live streams. And even Kevin Samuels, he was talking about how he was getting ready to do this he had other plans going on, what he was getting ready to do. And his last live stream was on a Wednesday. And he normally did them on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Friday came, nothing. Even before then, he would normally do little shorts on Instagram and stuff like that. Nothing. So then people were starting to wonder about that. And then the word got out that Kevin Samuels went on to glory. So always remember your favorite content creators' times and support them, because you never know when they're not going to be there anymore. But the good thing about it, we all have a catalog. So even if something was to happen to me, if I wasn't here tomorrow, you can always go back to all my videos and, listen to the game that I'm giving, But all right, but let's go.
Yeah, 7 a.m. West Coast time. That's right, Prince. Good looking. Because I got a lot of West Coast folk up in here. So, 7 o'clock in the morning, y'all time, which, because of the pimping and the hoeing, 7 o'clock in the morning, most of y'all still down. You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out to Warren Smith. I just saw that you popped up as a new subscriber. Shout out to Warren Smith. Come on and get this game. Tell a friend to come on in here and fellowship with me and the Black Bottom Roscast family. And hey, replay gang is always good, but hey, come check us out. We reviewing and we commenting and fellowshipping with one of Sinful's like live streams shortly before he passed. So we give him praise and thanks because the sad thing is he died 2 years ago on this month. Not to the day, but it was to this month. It was right around Christmas when Sinful died. So all right, let's go.
So it's never too early, when it comes to the game. Because, most of y'all still down in about it right now. Some of the pimps right now driving around, listening right now, but still campaigning. Shout out to King Difference. Shout out, man. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not gonna say Young P. Not gonna say Young P name. That's one of the loved ones, but he recently just caught a little something. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind, but no, he just caught a little case. I'm not gonna call his name right now. When he get through, with that little situation, then I'll sit up there and call your name in the congregation. But right now, no. When the pimping be catching a case or anything like that, we are not on that. All right, hold on. Okay, there we go. Folks texting me about nothing. You know what I mean? But how y'all feel before we get into this game? How y'all feel about it, man? How y'all feel about God waking you up another day? In spite of what your enemies think about you, in spite of what your haters think about you. You know what I mean? God thought about you today, and that's why you're here. In spite of what's going on, in spite of the situation, in spite of the current and temporary, maybe bad circumstance, you know what I mean? God thought enough of you today to wake you up and give you the activity of your limbs. Whatever is wrong in your life today, guess what? You got another opportunity, you know what I mean, to change it today. You got another opportunity to change it today. You might not like the way you look. You might not have the degree that you want. You may not have the house, the car, the jewelry, or the woman, or the women that you want, or the man that you want, or maybe the men that you know what I mean? Or maybe you're not checking it like you're supposed to. Whatever is in your life that you don't see, you know what I mean, that you feel that's not right, or you know that's not right, today you got another opportunity to endeavor to make it right. You know what I mean? And we don't want to waste time. We want to redeem the time for the days of evil. You know? Now, as far as somebody asked about the Sunday fellowship, I was actually going to go live and ask everybody because a statement was made to me by a minister that I respect. And, this minister, of course, was in another congregation, but I had so much respect for him and still do. And, he said, man, I've listened to the messages that you preach, and, man, you just got it. Even while you backsliding and doing the things that you're doing, you just got it. He said, but some individuals, you know what I mean, it's going to confuse them simply because by you still being active in that lifestyle, the things that you're saying are accurate, but at the same particular time, you know what I mean, 1 minute, you know what I mean, you're talking about the word, then another minute, you know what I mean, you're talking about pimping, and you know what I mean, even though you made it known to the people that you're a backslider and you're not currently living for God, but you do have individuals who have different comprehensions, and everybody comprehend differently. Everybody.
And what I can say about that is this: and even though a lot of the things that those in particular people did in their life and how they earned a living and what they did and how they did it, some of them had mad wisdom. Some of them had mad game. Why do you think some of the most successful preachers were once pimps or P's? Let's keep it at the simple letter of the letter P. You know, look at Bishop Don Juan. Didn't he at one point get and started preaching and giving revelations and things like that? You know, it's only it's sad because like if Sinful would have just said, "Oh, I'm done with the lifestyle. I'm just done being in the streets. I'm done peeing. Pause. I'm done living the life of a P. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to walk in the walks of the Most High." Could have been a very successful preacher. Could have been a very successful minister. Would have been a very successful pastor, bishop, whatever. Very great speaker. Very, very knowledgeable of the word. He was just a backslider, and it is what it is with that.
Everybody see things differently, and you can't fault people for seeing things differently. That's their perspective. Now, of course, my common sense would say, if I go to a person's platform and I find out that your name is Sinful to P, I'm not going to think that you're a righteous man. You're pretty much letting it be known that you're not an angel, that you're not a man of God. So in all actuality, you know what I mean? You just giving me some information that I could actually utilize to be a blessing to me. But currently, you know what I mean, you're not living according, you know what I mean, to that particular lifestyle. You made it known to me by calling yourself Sinful the P. I don't know no righteous men that call themselves that. But you do have some people that would still be perplexed by that. So I wanted to go live. I'm gonna end up probably going live this week, and I'm gonna ask the YouTube family. I'm gonna ask you guys, and I want you to be blunt with me, like I'm blunt with you, because if I seen that you were wrong, and the game sent me to correct you or rebuke you, you better believe that I wouldn't spare you. You know what I mean? The same way that Samuel used to.
Oh yeah. That's what he used to call it, the rebuking sessions. If he rebuke you in the name of the sinful, of the P. In other words, he will get on your ass and crack on you so hard. Cause see, you know, back in the day when I came up on the east side, we all had this. I know some of y'all might call it the dozens. We used to call it cracking on each other, and it could be some heated battles. We used to make some people go home crying. We used to make motherfuckers want to fight. We, it sometimes them cracking sessions or them rebuking sessions used to get pretty intense and unfiltered and non-caring. You don't never ever want to get into a cracking session from an East Sider, an old school East Sider. I don't know how these new schoolers is going on now in the city of Chicago. I mean, I know how a lot of these youngsters is going on now, and it ain't nothing like how we was living. Yeah, even though we had our own issues too, we wasn't walking around, you know, teetotaling, no shit like that. You know, we had our issues too. But boy, you did not want to have none of us getting into a crack session with your ass or a rebuking session, as Simple was called it, because it could get pretty intense.
Come with the sword when God told him, you know what I mean, when God told King Saul to King Agag, and you know, God said, kill everybody, don't spare nothing. And you know, of course, he didn't obey. But when Samuel came through, it was a whole nother story. I'm just like Samuel. I wouldn't spare you, so you shouldn't spare me. So anytime that I'm incorrect on anything, and I give you the opportunity to reprove, by all means, you have nothing but opportunity and liberty to do so. You know, this is not a one of them places where the people don't get to speak. Also, let me say this: we have a new feature that the people now can go live with me. All right. So I think you guys would like that. If you're already at the Sinful to P and family channel, which everybody should be, because I created that channel to be a blessing to everybody. I'm not charging nobody nothing. So if it's your music, if it's your business, maybe you're an actor, rapper, you may be a talented, you know, individual, and you know, you want to promote whatever you got going on. That's what that platform is for. So everybody.
And I'm so hurt because he literally was serious about wanting to put other people on and promote your platform. See, he had his own thing going. He didn't need nobody to like feel sorry for him, or you know, of course, you know, he wanted people to support him. He didn't beg people for super chats and stuff like that. I know y'all see what's going on my screen. I know earlier on in my streaming, you know, I kept promoting that. I kept saying like, man, come on, you know, but I feel, hey, if you like what I'm doing, I shouldn't have to really say it. Yeah, that's just showing you how you can go about it. But I feel from, you know, and I haven't really said it, but I'll say it tonight for right now. I don't have to tell you to, you know, bless the channel. You know, if you feel it in your heart to, you know, to bless the channel, then hey, go ahead on and do that. You know, a whole bunch of ones beats a whole bunch of nuns, and hey, we all could use a blessing. And if you're willing to bless this channel with your presence and, you know, your donation, then hey, so be it. but I'm not gonna shove it down your throat. I'm not gonna every 5 minutes. Come on. I'm not Umar. I'm not Umar Johnson. Donations, gifts, donations, gifts. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. You know, if you want to do it from the heart, do it from the heart, but don't do it at all. But hey, if nothing else, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It don't cost you nothing for that. I'd rather for you to do that than anything else.
Everybody should be at the Sinful to P and the Family channel because I'm promoting the family. I want to help you get out of the comment section and help you create your own platform. Don't worry about me. The game will send more people in your stead. Some of you are so gifted and you're watching everybody else tell their experience or share their knowledge or promote whatever they got going on. What about you? What about you? And that's what we're talking about today. Some of you been sitting down under this game and listening to this game, you know what I mean, for years now. You know what I mean? You gamed up, you know what I mean, and you ready. You ready to evangelize this game rather than just sitting there, you know, listening. Come on, man. We're not like most religious folks at these congregations, just listening to a preacher preach every Sunday and not doing anything with the game, not doing anything with the word. You know what I mean? I know some churches like that. Pastor just be preaching and ministers just sitting up in there 20 and 30 years. You know what I mean? Nobody go out into the field and evangelize. Nobody go start another congregation. They just comfortable just sitting down, you know what I mean, on their ministry, waiting for another man, you know what I mean, to call them up. You know? And so I don't want you to become like that. I don't want you to be in awe of everybody's gift. I want you to, if anything, I want you to stir up the gift that God has put in you so you can do your thing. And so you can check it off doing your thing. You did? So yeah, man, put the link to the Sinful the P and the family channel and give the people opportunity to come to that platform. I just want to make that known. You know, and of course, again, if you're starting a platform or you promoting a business or whatever you got going on, by all means, come to the platform. Blessings to all the ladies. I appreciate all of you being in attendance on today. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of looking at these ugly ass niggas. And ladies, I appreciate, you know, God for waking your fine ass up another day. See, I don't feel like I'm fine. Baby, what you feel is not real. You know what I mean? You still fine. You know, now you probably need to brush your teeth. Your breath is probably contrary to what I want to smell right now. Amen. I hear, you know, the word of the Lord saying, whatever thou doest, do it quickly. Amen. I don't want you to, you know, be listening to this game, you know what I mean? And your breath is contrary to the word, the will, this game, my nose, you know what I mean? Get up right now. Amen. And do not listen to this game if you know your breath is not on one accord with this game. Could you do me a favor? Get my likes up before I get started. Because, you know, once I get started, I'm going to get started, you know? So do me a favor.
Oh. Man, look here, man. He coming in already hot. Come on now. If you're going to listen to this shit, if you're going to, hey, look, if your breath stinking, man, go handle that. You kind of tart up under the armpit area. You've been working hard all day, you know, and you smelling a little pungent, you know, up under the arms and shit, but yet still you want to keep putting the sweet fragrance of cologne on you. Get your ass in the bathroom and fucking wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? Wash up under that armpit. Wash up under that other armpit. You know, then you can do whatever. But don't be listening to this shit and be stanking and pole broken gang banging and shit, man. Come on now. Get your shit together. Get your mind right, you know, and get clean. You know, cleanliness is next to godliness. You know that, right? You know, so get yourself together.
Get those likes up. We got almost 600 people up in here already, and we only got 235 likes. You know what I mean? Don't disrespect the game like that. I never asked you for any money. You know, I appreciate all the financial contributions that you're seeing. Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat. You know what I mean? If you want to send me a super trap. But you know what I mean? I appreciate you for all the financial contributions. But the greatest contribution that you can give to this platform is helping me get those notifications out. You know what I mean? And helping me get all the recommendations for the video so the game can be heard. So I need everybody to come on one accord and hit the thumbs up button, which is the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're enjoying the content, make sure that you click on the subscribe and the bell button. So whenever I go live, you'll receive a notification. So you can join the live conversation that I'm having with the congregation. Blessings to you. But before I get started, Jay, appreciate that 5. Good looking. Blessings to everybody. You understand me? Hold on. Somebody had already. Let me see before I lose the brother. Sexy Slim the Goddess, baby. I like that profile. Yeah, hold on. I gotta do it. Hold on. And shout out to Brandon. I see you coming in with the Cash App. You know, but hold on. Every time I see a profile picture that I like, you know, hold on. Let me turn on how I feel about. I seen your profile picture, baby. I felt like this.
Oba Shata. Sheta Bamsikotabo. Bleba. Ha 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 ha. Oba Shata. Sheta Bamsikotabo. Bleba. Ha 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 ha.
You know what I mean? Shout out. Oh, you know, I gotta keep using that. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to all the ladies. Hold on. This contest. Appreciate that. Hold on, let me see what you say. Appreciate that $2, baby. Appreciate that. Cracks me up every time. Yeah, every time I see a fine ass woman in my comment section, now that's just how Sin gonna feel. I'm gonna be like,
Oba Shata. Sheta Bamsikotabo. Bleba. Ha 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 ha.
you know, Bill, what's happening with it? Hold on for a minute. Wasn't Pimp Sharp? Yeah, we can't do that. Let me say this. We're not bashing. This is not the Bash Sharp platform. This not that. I've said some things, and I probably will. You know, Sin cut everybody. I mean, shit, I cut myself. If you got to be scared of a nigga that roasts himself. If I check myself, if I, you know what I mean, tell you, you know what I mean, the times where I came short in the game and reprove myself in front of you, why you think I wouldn't correct you, and whoever? You know what I'm saying? So you might not want to be cool with Sin because, you know, I'm one of them, as I like to, one of them in this capacity, not all, but I'm a Charles Barkley motherfucker in that regard. You know, anybody knew anything about the friendship that Barkley had with Jordan, you know, they were cool at one point, but Barkley criticized Jordan, you know what I mean, as an owner, the way he was presiding over things, you know what I mean, and he criticized that, and Jordan thought that because they were cool, that because of their relationship, that, you know, Barkley wouldn't do his job. And as a result of that, they're not cool today. And in that regard, if I can't criticize you, if I can't tell you when you're wrong, if I can't give you an honest perspective, you know, on that, then no, we should not be cool. We shouldn't be cool. Honestly, I don't really think nothing of none of you. I've never met one pimp. I never met one man that was.
And I agree to that because I hear it quite often about some of my shortcomings, and I can admit to some of my shortcomings. And if these things are to be true as far as the shortcomings that I've been put out there and people have said about me, or I didn't do this, or you should have did things like that, or why you had to act like that, or and things like that, and I couldn't put these things to perspective. I couldn't change certain things or improve on certain things that other people gave me a subjective opinion about me on, then I shouldn't be around them. But at the same time, if I'm giving you how I feel, how you should move, if I'm giving you information, I'm like, hey, you should do things like this instead of doing it like that. Or maybe you should not deal with those in particular people because of whoop bop, whatever. Maybe you should deal with these kind of people. If you can't take my criticism per se, then yeah, you don't need to be with me as well. You don't need to be around me as well. You don't need to be in my presence. We don't need to have any association. Because if a person can sit up here and tell me what I'm doing wrong and I can correct that, I should have the same right to do the same thing. And people should, and this is the problem that's going on really in the Black community. I don't really care about what other ethnic groups is doing in their everyday because I'm not in their everyday life, but I'm in our everyday life as far as Black people. And the problem with us men and women in our community, a lot of us don't like to be told what we're doing wrong. A lot of us don't like to be told what we can do to improve ourselves because we think we know every damn thing. You don't know every damn thing. Because if you knew everything, you wouldn't be in the positions and the situations and the spaces and places that you are if you knew everything. Because if you knew everything, you knew how to get out of those spaces, places, and situations where you wouldn't have to worry about those things. So until you get to that point, even still then, you still need to listen to somebody that cares for you. Now, I ain't talking about the motherfucker that's hating on you. I ain't talking about the motherfucker trying to take what you got. I ain't talking about the person that's trying to cipher your energy and incorporate it in their life and leave you in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Big Mike? I ain't talking about them people. I'm talking about the people that really care. I'm talking about the people that really care for you. And I'm talking about the people that they care for you. So what's up? We doing some heavy game tonight. Big Mike. I'll say it again. Get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man Big Mike said, get you some juice. But you got to leave them pills alone because them mugs will kill you. We're doing a classic tonight, y'all. Sinful.
Was that honorable to me, that was an idol to me, to the point where he can do wrong in my face and continue to completely blatantly do things that's contrary to that which is right, and I don't call him out on it. So no, we probably shouldn't be cool. So no, I like Sharp, but I'm not on Sharp's praise and worship team. So by me not being on his praise and worship team, like a lot of you, I'm not a fan looking for an autograph. If I see him say or do something contrary to, what I think is right, if I speak on it, I speak on it. But that ain't for you to be, in the comment section, thinking that me and you gonna come on one accord to speak on another man, or you twerking in my comment section, especially if you're a woman. If you a woman, see, hold on. Before I hear the game saying that, I have to play it. I'm sorry. See, you always playing too much. I'm sorry. This is early morning game. We on this. But listen. Hold on. Let me just play this. Listen. People whenever a woman speak negative on a man, and you sitting over there laughing and kikiing and all of that with the bitch, you might as well put your Daisy Dukes on.
It's time for the percolator.
You might as well put your Daisy Dukes on and sit up there and pop your booty with the bitch and start doing this. Come on.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Yeah. I got it from him. So shout out to Sinful for that. Yup. I took that little thing too because I be feeling like that too. Hell, you be coming all up in the motherfucking comment section, twerking and shit with your booty shorts on, your glitter your glitter thong on with the little ribbon on the back. You know what I'm saying? Your little slip slides, your lugs that be leaning to the left and the right, and all that shit coming up in like this.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Yep, I got it too. Yep, I got that on my soundboard. So yep, let's go.
It's time for the percolator. 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 Percolator. Anytime where he a bitch, he ain't shit, he never was a pimp. But then you pay him, you know what I mean, 8 years. Yeah, but that nigga ate my booty. He ate all the other hoes' booty. He ate Square's booty. But when he doing that for years and you still stayed there, yeah, but that's beside the point. I'm exposing him now, and I want you to expose him with me.
Man, how about that? How many times us brothers out here in this world then been with a woman, then did whatever we didn't did our thing. Everything was sweet until y'all break up. But we talking about like these internet hoes, these social media bitches that they want to say and talk about every fucking thing they do on a daily. It didn't got so bad now that like Facebook is like actually paying you niggas to say all this stupid, felonious ass, dumbass shit. For a little change, I don't know. I'm on Facebook. I've been on that shit forever. I still ain't got monetized on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if anything, they be restricting me from doing a lot of things on Facebook. Hell, I can only tag a certain amount of people. I can only highlight my posts a certain amount of times and shit. It's like, what the fuck? But then all you other motherfuckers is sitting up here saying all this mindless ass bullshit, thirst trapping, doing all this dumb ass shit. You get monetized for it. But the first thing a lot of you ladies do when shit go wrong and go left with whoever you was messing around with, now you want to put them on blast on social media. Now you want to start putting out social security numbers all out on fucking the internet and talking about how they wasn't shit and they didn't wipe their ass good and uh I used to wash their shit with doo-doo stains in it and motherfucking feet stank and they breath was smelling like hot ass and buffalo chips and all kind of bullshit. But you was fucking with this motherfucker. So what that say about you? You talking all this greasy shit, about these men. But you was dealing with these men. So what that make you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't be thinking like that. Y'all don't look at it like that, right? But the shit is real talk out here. Some of you women need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Y'all talk too much. And if you talk too much, then you tell on yourself. You know? what I do? What I do? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. Hey, shit. What I mean, and then when men clap back on it, oh man, we hate ourselves, or we hate women, or we gay, or we don't like our mama, and, we incels, we all these different names, all this sign language. You know what I'm saying? All this sign language. It's just crazy. It's like women can say whatever the fuck come out their mouth, and we can't check them because a lot of them just like to holler, scream, overtalk you, don't let you get a word in, and then it's our fault. Oh yeah, who hurt you? You motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe you hurt me. You ever thought of that? No, but I'm just saying. It might not even be that person. It could have been two people before, but still in all. Shit, men go through shit too. I understand a lot of women, y'all need to be, held and, need to be, kind of caressed and need to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Handled a certain way. But so many of y'all women want to be equal with men. So why should men do that? Right? Remember, y'all want to be equal, right? Y'all boss bitches, right? Y'all don't need a man, don't need a man, don't want a man. I want a man, but I don't need a man. What you say? What was that? A taco. A taco don't fix it. It might fix it for you, but a taco don't fix it for everybody. Not for every woman. They want a Birkin bag. They want a motherfucking some Chanel boots. They want some Gucci, some Poochie and Lucci. They want shout out to Messy Michon for that. They want all those things. They don't want no taco. Fuck you talking about? I gotta go to Root Chris, motherfucker. I gotta go to Fogo de Chao. You see a lot. Yeah. Majority of them, especially with them big back bitches, them linebackers that could run the A gap. I swear to God, Sunday, we need about 4 of them hoes. Cause we gotta fill up the defensive back, the defensive ends. Um, we might need one more offensive lineman and a fullback. I know we ain't heard that name in football in a long time. We always got the running backs and the tight ends, but we need a fullback, like a real fullback, a silver fullback. You just want a steak taco. Okay. Hopefully we get a steak taco soon. You know what I'm saying? But we need a fullback up in this motherfucker. But anyway, let's go on it because this is an epic live stream. And I remember driving to work the morning when he actually did this live.
Anytime a bitch get on a slander campaign and you sit up there and co-sign the shit and you kikiing with the bitch, you might as well go ahead and put some shorts on and have your cheeks all the way out and sit up there and dance with the bitch like this. Just laughing with the bitch. Oh, Sapopa the Prince, he ain't this. And I gave Sapopa the Prince, I gave him a Rolex watch, and he only got me a Louis purse, and an outfit. And I'm still at the same condo I want a house in. I gave him that Rolex so he could put me in a house in. I'm in a condo, and he just bought me a Louis purse. And he's sitting up there putting new rims on his Benz. He done sit up there and decorated the Benz. He got Sapopa the Prince all in the headrest. He done bought new jewelry. He ain't shit, son. And I'm here to tell you that anytime that you listening to that shit and you sitting up there, yeah, he ain't shit for that. And you sitting over there, you understand me, agreeing with the bitch. Yes, you'd be doing, you might as well go ahead and put your hands on your thighs and twerk your ass.
Come on, man. Can you picture that? See, he like me. He be saying shit to make you visualize that bullshit. God damn, you might as well just put your boys' shorts all up your ass. Put your hands on your thighs and just twerk with the bitch.
Done with that. I didn't even know the game was gonna lead me to rebuke. See, the game got me rebuking already, and I ain't
Rebuking
even got
sessions
started.
begin. All right, let's go.
You know what I mean? It's somebody in here right now. You just got through sitting over there having a Tasha K specialty Wendy Williams conversation with the bitch all night. Now you about to be in my comment section. That's right, P. That's the game, P. Come on, P. Teach, P. You know what I mean? And the game ain't got me saying this for nothing. That ain't nothing but the spirit of this pimping. The pimping coming all through here rebuking early this morning. Some of you niggas just got through. You had your face so up in the bitch ass, you can tell me where she ate 2 weeks ago. Stop eating her booty, fam. Stop agreeing with that bitch, disrespecting men. You know what I mean? She calling you nigga. She calling you dog. She calling you blood. She talking about on God in heaven. She sitting up there, you understand me, putting it on the dead homies, disrespecting him on the dead homies, and you just listening and laughing, you know what I mean, and kikiing with the bitch the whole motherfucking time. Take your hand and smack yourself. Amen. God woke you up another day right now to smack yourself. But let's get back to this game. That I never left. Do me a favor. Could we touch 400 likes? Brown Hornet already come. Thank you for the respect. I appreciate that. A whole bunch of ones beat a whole bunch of nuns any day, brother. I appreciate that 10. Amen. Plus, I'm broke. I'm not up here lying to you. I'm a millionaire. I have millions. I have businesses before I got on YouTube. I did have money before I came to YouTube, but I wasn't no goddamn, you know, man, I'm a millionaire. I went to all of these. I graduated from Harvard. I went to Stanford to do this. I went to Berkeley to do that. You know what I mean? And then I wrote a book to do this. Then I got a national, you know what I mean, a prize right here. I got the national trophy, you understand, for the most educated student award. I got this, I got that. And then, you know, after I tell you all of that, yeah, I was mashing. I was on the E14. I was in the Union Square. I was sitting over there setting them down and keeping them around. I had their feet on concrete. I was robbing banks. I was killing niggas. Come on, dog. All my stories are real. Not only does I have documentation to give confirmation of what I'm saying, but I have other representation of the game and people of representation of other lifestyles to confirm what I'm saying. These guys on YouTube just be telling y'all all type of movies and y'all be going. I can hear Mac Dre all in my head going for it, going for mind tricks. You guys are just falling for mind tricks. Niggas telling you that they gangbangers, they was killing, they was pimping, they was graduating from Berkeley, they was teaching third graders, they was winning this, they got multi-million-dollar businesses. Like, come on, man. Stop it. Miss me with the foolery, son. You know, but teachers on. I'll speak on that clown, you know what I mean, at another time. This ain't the time for that. It's time to get into this game. Now, the last message that I gave you, I spoke on, we walk not by sight, but by faith. And I hope that you listen to that message in its entirety. We don't walk by, you know what I mean, sight. No, we walk by the faith in our game. Even though that's knowledge come from spirituality, I told you, you know what I mean? The game.
Shout out to Page Too Clean. T Clean. Yeah, I'll be on your page. I'll be checking some of your stuff out. I probably don't be commenting as much. I don't be commenting on it, but I'll be checking out your YouTube. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? For those that are not in tune with Page T Clean, she do a lot of different content on her page. Oh, today's your birthday? Oh shit. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
It's time for the percolator.
Hey.
It's time for the percolator.
Get your shoes together. Get you some water. Get you some fruit. Roll you a blunt. Have you a beer. Get you a cocktail. Drink you some juice. Just leave them pills alone, Paige. Go ahead on and get your twerk on. You know, this Chi-Town over here in the house. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. You know what I mean? So hey, it's all good. Big 45 in the house. Okay. Hey, happy birthday to you. Oh, I don't do pills, but pass that blunt. That exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey man, leave them pills alone. Them ones will kill you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out to you. Thank you for coming over here. I'm glad you doing this. We are reliving and reviewing one of Sinful's few to last live streams he did before he passed on to glory. And I used to listen to him like every morning on this early morning game. This one is very pivotal and it has a lot of knowledge in it. I know, even though the title says game without works is dead, but he was really taking it from the scriptures saying faith without works is dead. But you know, us East Siders, we got to do what we do and kind of, spice it up a little bit. But hey, thank you, Paige, for tuning on in. So keep it on. Keep watching.
Is so impeccable that it's applicable even to your lifestyle. Even in the lifestyle you live in, it's so imperative for you not to walk by sight, but to walk by faith. You know? But I want to speak on something, and I already know that I'm not going to be able to finish everything. You know, it's so much of a buffet of game within this particular message that it might be a part 2, 3, 4, I don't know. But I'm not going to rush it because I want you to have it. And as I'm teaching, when the spirit of the game speaks to me and tells me to stop, I'm going to be completely obedient to the spirit of the game. All right? To the spirit of pimping. Now, today, just like we spoke on, not walking by sight, but walking by the faith of this game and calling them things which be not as though they were and speaking nothing but positivity and success and game into existence, even in a bad circumstance, not emotionally reacting, but mentally responding in a terrible circumstance. We spoke on that. But today I want to give you this message from on high, game from on high. I want to tell you that game without works is dead. I want you to get that in your spirit this morning. Game without works is dead. Did you hear me? Game without works is dead. I feel like Umar Johnson right now. That's how Umar be. You know what I mean? I'm going to say it again. Game without works is dead. Hold on. I think I'm going to say it the 5th time. Game without works is dead. And many of you are knowledgeable of the scripture. Now,
hey, Paige T. Clean. So you say that was your song. Hey, what side of town you from? You put it in the chat. Tell me where you from, because I'm originally from the South Side, Chicago. Hey, what up? What up? What up? What up? What you miss? Nothing much. We reviewing an old classic from Sinful to P. Game without works is dead. And if you want to hear everything else, definitely, hit the replay on the, once the show is over. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do it. Sometimes y'all late, but hey, y'all still here. So hit the like button on the way in. And if you new, please subscribe. But hey, Paige T. Clean, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Shout out where you from. We like to know where everybody's tuning in at. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want to shout out to everybody that's out here and where you're from. But yeah, we are doing this with Sinful. So God rest Sinful. He died 2 years ago this month. Matter of fact, right around Christmas. All right, let's go.
And I just want to say to the agnostics that's listening, to the atheist that's listening, to the free thinker that's listening, to the deist that's listening, whether or not you agree with the doctrines or, you know, the scriptures and things like that. You know, you might not be a spiritual or say, I'm not a spiritual, I'm not a religious individual. But one thing we can all come on one accord in agreement with, that when something is sound, when it's logical, when it's meaningful, when it's powerful, no matter where it's coming from, you know, because we all can agree that we don't agree with all doctrines, we don't agree with denominations, and we don't agree with everything with that religiosity is conveying to us. But we cannot deny, as the scripture said, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. But it's still a form. What am I saying? There's still some things within religiosity or whether spirituality, you know what I mean, that you even in carnality or whatever reality that you're in, you can take the knowledge from that and still apply it to your life. And it'll be a blessing to you. Give my likes to 500. You know what I mean? It'll be a blessing to you, you applying the game to your life. Now, with a title like that, those of you that are knowledgeable of the word, you should already know where I'm getting my inspiration from. The moment when I said the game without works is dead, immediately you should have thought of the book of James, the 2nd chapter, the 14th through the 26th verse. You know, when I just want you guys, those of you that are not knowledgeable.
And what we about to do right now with this, I'm telling you, this is a powerful live stream that this brother did. Because he mixed street vernacular with scripture, and it still made sense. I haven't seen or heard too many people that were able to do that and still get their point across to the streets and still get their point across to the Bible, religious people. You know, yeah, I go to church. Yeah, I'm spiritual to a degree, but I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not super ultra religious. I'm not going to start, spitting out scripture after scripture, every other word. That's not what this is, and that's not who I am. But do I know God? Yes. Do I know it's a higher power? Yes. Do I know that faith without work is dead? Yes. But what he's saying is game in this world where we live in every day without works is dead. Same thing, different plane. All right, let's go.
Of the scripture, and you want to see the confirmation of the information that I'm conveying right now, you can go to Google. If you don't have a Bible with you, just go to Google and you'll see that it's confirming everything that I'm saying. I'm not freestyle lying. I'm not just thinking of things out of my beautiful imagination. No, it says this in the word. Now, what it says in the word, of course, is faith without works is dead. Let me just speak on that just for a little bit. It's almost like a nigga telling you that I believe God to bless me with a job. You're like, that's good, brother. Amen. I believe God gonna bless me. God gonna give me a job. God gonna give me a career. He gonna give me this. He gonna give me that. I'm speaking it in existence. But if he never puts in the work, if he's not filling out a job application, if he's not going on an interview, if he's not applying himself to have that which he says that he wants, he won't have it. It's almost like a fat person saying that, man, I'm speaking being in shape. I'm going to have arms and a chest like Craig Monson. I'm going to be built, you know what I mean, like Tookie was when he was in prison. You know what I mean? I'm going to be built like Arnold, man. I'm about to be, he just sitting in the chair watching the football game, eating chips and burgers, you know what I mean, drinking Kool-Aid with his feet kicked up, you know what I mean, with his stomach everywhere. He got an omnipresent stomach, but he's saying that he's going to have a body like Craig Monson. He's saying that he's going to have a body like Tookie Williams, Stanley Tookie Williams. He's saying that he's going to have a body like the Honorable Chief, you know what I mean, Jeff Fort, you know what I mean, when he got out the pen one time and came out on swole. He's saying that he's going to be like this But yet and still, he's putting bullshit in his body and he never works out. He never applies himself. How do you expect him to obtain, that type of physique if he never applies himself? So he's speaking faith out of his mouth. But
just like a perfect example with some of these women out here talking about, yeah, I'm a bad bitch, but you 5'2" and 220. Yeah, you might have a decent little shape for your size and your weight, but give it about 2-3 more years and see how you look. You want to be a bad B and you ain't putting in no work. All you doing is putting them waist trainers on you and all this super tight ass shit to hold up all that extra. And then somebody out here in the streets is like, oh man, I got me one. Especially if you giving him, this man some game. And then he take you back home and you come up out the motherfucking clothes and you go from a bad B to motherfucking SpongeBob and shit. Y'all talking about, yeah, I got all these degrees and I done went to college. I done got this degree in this and that degree in that, this degree in that. And you spent all this money and gotten all this damn debt. And you a motherfucking cashier at motherfucking Wendy's some goddamn way. Or I'm a hairstylist. I got my certification. I'm an entrepreneur. I do hair, I do nails, I do lashes, and you doing this shit out your basement in your mama house. You ain't got no job, no property, no nothing. You expecting the internet to help you get rich instead of really putting in the work. You think just because you make a fucking site and you keep flag, promoting it and shit, that's gonna be it. And you just sit back and you can reap the benefits of whatever you posted. Yeah, most of these females who claim they baddies be living low. Of course they do. Shit, I wish. No, I really don't. But just hypothetically, hell, I wish I was living in some kind of place and I'm only spending like $50 a month for rent in a 4-bedroom house. Shit. Motherfucker be raking in the dough. Let's go.
But therefore, by him having no works, his faith is dead. What am I saying? Meaning that he talking that shit, but by that nigga not doing shit. Work. So, you know what I mean? Some of you know what I'm talking about. You ever went to the gym with somebody and while y'all was sitting over there working out, you know what I mean, with the dumbbells or something like that, he do one good set. How many niggas know what I'm talking about? Nigga do one good set. And now he just all in the mirror for 10 to 20 minutes. Some of you know you really don't be working out in that gym, man. You really just be Instagramming. You ain't working out. You just be going to the gym really to sit up there and put on for Snapchat. You putting on for Instagram. You putting on for TikTok. You might be putting on for your Facebook, but you're not really working out though. You just go there to take pictures in the mirror. You just go there to sit up there, you understand me, and do a cool little set and then jump your ass in the mirror and flex a little bit. Appreciate that too. Blessings, fam. You know what I mean? And take and be in the mirror for 15, 20 minutes. I'm here to tell you that you will not see any results doing that. You getting exactly what you came for. What you mean, saying I came for the muscles? No, you didn't. Remind me when I was in prison, you had niggas that was serious. The OGs was serious about their workout. When it was time to do pull-ups and dips, when it was time to do burnouts, when it was time, you understand me, for some of them, you know what I mean, a lot of y'all don't even know about that. The tornado and, you know what I mean, I'm speaking foreign languages, you know what I mean, to y'all. You know, burpees and things of that nature, you know what I mean? The OGs did not play. Young niggas sitting over there talking, rapping songs, and talking about what they gonna do when they get out, because they only got 2 seconds left to be in there, talking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with this workout. This OG got 15 years to do, 20 more motherfucking years to do, or 10 more years to do. You understand me? When they come out working out, man, move the fuck out the way. All of this talking that you doing, you messing up my pump. After you do one set, it's already bad enough that all you niggas is standing in line, and then for you to sit up there and be talking. You know what I mean? An OG that's really serious about his workout, he gonna step to you and be like, hey, is you gonna get your money or not? If you're not gonna get your money, cuz if you're not, hey, move out my way. You know, man, I ain't trying to disrespect you, homie. You know, none of that, but you know what I mean? This shit right here, you know what I mean? We do this shit for real. You know what I mean? So if you're not trying to, you know what I mean? If you want to talk, you know what I mean, man, go do that. Because you had individuals that would do 1 or 2 sets and then they walk around the yard with somebody, you understand me, for 30 minutes or an hour. And it's like, what the fuck you do a set or 2 for? Man, get out the way. You playing. You're playing. You know what I mean? You're playing. Ladies, remember that time when that guy told you, you know what I mean? And I'm going to sit up there and lick it like this. And I'm going to go ahead and hit it like this. And I'm going to go ahead and stick it like that. And I'm going to go ahead and rub that light. And I'm going to sit up there and do it that night. He talking all of this shit. I'm going to go ahead and hit it like this. I'm going to go ahead and lick it like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit it like this. I mean, he talking all of that shit on the phone. Got you wet than the motherfucker. He told you how big his dick is. He told you that he was going to sit up there and fuck you till the rapture came. He told you he eat ass. He told you that he be licking between toes. He told you that he was going to sit up there and take ice cream and put it between your booty. You know what I mean? And sit up there and do it. Man, all of that.
Wait.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I know a lot of y'all ladies and heard a whole bunch of these fucking suckers saying all that stupid ass shit, gonna put ice cream between your booty. Oh my God. See, this is why I don't eat ass. You ain't gonna pay me enough. You can't give me enough money to make me eat some motherfucker ass. I don't give a fuck if you have submerged yourself in the lakes of Minnetonka for like 12 hours and scrubbed your butt constantly with Castile soap. I'm still not doing it. Okay. The fuck. And then all come to find out, once you finally get in and he get with you, now he oh man, my tooth hurt. I really can't. I don't do that. What, nigga? Motherfucker, stop talking the shit if you can't back up your shit. That's what the whole point of the games without works is dead. If you can't back up what the fuck you do, then stop bragging that you can do the shit. But shout out to those that pay their market rent. Shout out to those that's been hustling and bustling since they were yay high and yay young. Shout out to you, Sweetness, because I see you doing your thing out there. Hey, a lot of us back in the day had to do that shit. We didn't have silver spoons handed to us. We didn't get iPads, every other month, just because and all this other shit. The fuck? We had to earn that shit. And if we didn't get it, your mama and them wasn't gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk.
R&B shit you heard, he said he was just going, man, I'm going to go ahead and lick it like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit it like that. I'm going to go ahead and put it. I mean, he talking shit. Got you wet than a motherfucker. But oh my God, when it was time to put that work in, when it was time for all the talking to be over with, when it was time to get to it though, you know what I mean? And some of you ladies ain't never experienced this. This I'm speaking to the beautiful, fine specimens of this world right now. But some of y'all are so thick. Some of y'all are so fine and attractive, and your titties is game banging, and your hips is saying hello before your mouth do. That he got so excited looking at you butt ass naked that the nigga came before he even got in the pussy. Some of y'all ain't never had that, but I'm talking to, you know what I mean? Or you understand me? As soon as he got in, he did a pump and a half.
I'm sure some of you ladies in the house can attest to those kind of situations when the motherfucker was talking all that gangrene ass shit. And by the time he was able to do it, it wasn't even 10 minutes. It was probably less than. Right when you was just getting your fucking groove going, the motherfucker, oh shit. And you're like, nigga, what the fuck? Now you want to do this. Like, the blood clot. The fuck? What was all that talk? What was all that? Talking all that shit. Talking all that shit. Damn, I feel bad for some of you sisters that had to deal with that kind of bullshit. Cause fuck, see, and that's the thing. Stop believing all these niggas that just be bragging, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that. Stop believing the motherfuckers. They be gassing them their own selves up. The motherfucker that'll do it to you, you be like, well, how you gonna get out? Blah, blah. Hey, look, I got you. I understand you saying that shit, but I mean, hey, look, I'm kind of feeling you, I'm seeing, what you kind of got and blah blah. How that shit gonna go? Hey, look, I got you. No, come on now. Now come on now, Clarence. Come on now, Mikey, June, Stanley. I mean, come on now. You gotta leaving shit out in the open now. I need to know because I'm not kind of a person. And the brother like, listen, I got you. In other words, shut the fuck up. I don't do all that talking. We don't do all this talking. Real motherfucker don't do. You say shit happens. Nah, I guess. Yeah, get you a couple shots of fucking. I'm gonna give you a trick. Tangerine lime. Get you 2 cups. You be straight.
Behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
That's all you need. Tangerine lime. Ask my wife. She'll tell you. But anyway, let's go.
And it was over. He did a pump and a half and it was over. He did not even make it 2 pumps. But he was talking all of that shit. You know what I mean? Bitch was like, well, you know what I mean? Maybe that was just the first time he ain't had none in a long time. You know what I mean? So, okay. Maybe the nigga just ain't had none. He ain't had no pussy since Jesus was crucified. Okay, I'm going to give him some time to regroup. I'm going to let him redeem his stroke. I'm going to let him sit up there and have some reconciliation fornication, you know what I mean, in this pussy. You know what I mean? Let's give him 600 seconds.
Sweetness, I didn't say you. I said him. All he need is a couple of cups of Tangerine lime. See, I don't know. Some people like, they like to drink dark, and that's cool. I'm not a dark drinker. I haven't really drunk dark liquor in quite a long. I mean, like, well, liquor in general for quite a long time. But when I did drink like alcohol, because I'll still have a beer here and there. But when I drunk alcohol, I'm a light drinker. That Hennessy, that Remy Martin shit, that shit used to make me want to fight a motherfucker. The only thing that I really did when I was drinking like that didn't really fuck with me too tough was Jack Daniels. And that's because I was hanging out with the bros back in the day. And y'all motherfuckers fucked that shit up. But that's another story for another time. I ain't about to get into all that. But that Paul Mason, well, Paul my son, I call it Paul Mason. That shit is rot gut than the motherfucker. That NJ shit, that shit will fuck you up. See, those drinks, I can't drink. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to vodka, some white tequila, some fucking Tanqueray. I've had my experiences when I was a teenager with the bumpy face, and y'all know what I'm talking about with the bumpy face. That shit ain't to be played with. I'm sorry. Now I used to drink that shit straight out the bottle. That's one liquor, gin, Seagrams. I will not drink ever again. That was in my young and wild and foul days, drinking that shit. And I used to drink that shit out the bottle. Some of y'all people that was in the circles of the club world that knew me back in the y'all didn't know what I was really like. And all the shit that was going on, y'all didn't want me drinking that kind of bullshit because I'd have been probably gone out that shit longer than that shit. I know that shit will have you on your ass. But with me, oh no. You didn't want to piss me off when I was drinking bumpy face. I remember I drunk a fifth one time. I had to be about 16, 17 years old. I drunk a fifth of that shit to the head in the middle of the winter in a snowstorm. And I ain't feel no pain. I ain't feel no pain. And I dared a motherfucker to try with me that night. Child, I tell you. Anyway, let's go.
And see if he can sit up there, you know what I mean, and revive himself. You know, maybe he didn't jag off before coming.
Shit.
You know, this had a lot of
Christian brothers too. I had my no, I say I'm not I look, I learned a long time ago. I don't fuck with dark liquor. That shit be making a motherfucker want to fight instantaneously. I know, I'm sure you do. I think a lot of us do. It wasn't as hard as like Hennessy or Remy Martin, but them Christian brothers. Oh Lord, wasn't nothing godlike with that shit.
a lot of women be thinking, maybe he didn't sit up there and get that first nut off. Okay, so now he got that first nut off. Let's see what it do. Then the second time come. Instead of a pump and a half this time, now he gave you 9 pumps. And it still didn't lead to nothing. You know what I mean? Now you like, well, look, at least he, you know, he can't fuck. You know what I mean? It's over with. I really don't want to give him no pussy no more. But at least he can do, let me go ahead and ride his face. Let me go ahead and get mine. Let me go ahead and get and do this and put this in his mouth. And now he acting stingy with the head, or now you know what I'm saying? He talked all of that shit on the phone. But when it got time to put in that work, though, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Or let's get out the bedroom. The times where he told you that he was gonna do this for you and do that for you. And how
I put it like this: Christian Brothers was like the baby ups, the startup for you drinking dark liquor, especially like when you was like a teenager in your early 20s and shit like that. Christian Brothers was like the startup dark liquor drink because it get you there, but you was unless you drunk a lot of it and didn't know how to drink it. Like if people like say, "Hey, look, you need to mix this with something," or you need to drink some water behind this shit. You know, you can actually drink that and not be super out of it. But there'll be some nights when you mixing that shit with some Coke and some soda pop. Okay. Let's get that clear so people don't think that I'm talking about some other shit. You know, some Coca-Cola, you know, a Pepsi or some shit. You mixing that shit with Pepsi and you overdo it, yeah. Yeah, that shit you might wake up the next day and shit with a monkey on your back in Barbados or fucking Bangkok and shit, and like some motherfuckers over there on the side on the couch, and you laid up in the fetal position, the corner of the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck happened? Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember what you did? No, motherfucker. So, you know what? I'm already sore. My back hurting. I kind of feel like why my shit, you know what? My shit wet. I'm fuck it. I'm gonna just go home and just we ain't gonna talk about this shit, right? No, we ain't gonna talk about it. All right, cool. Yeah, them nights. That was the beginning stages. Then you start drinking the Hennessy's and all the other shit. You said Southern Comfort. Oh man, that was that girly shit. Ain't nobody fuck with that shit like that. That was that girly shit. I was smelling like shit, trying to figure out how the fuck I was in the flow. Man, I swear to God, when you overdid it with Christian brothers, you can kind of get over it, but that initial like 20 minutes to like an hour, you like, fuck. Let me get my bearings together. Why my body so hurting? Oh my God, what the fuck? All I remember, I do remember something. You remember it, but you don't want to remember it because it was kind of like, damn, I did that. Ooh, I hope nobody. Ooh, shit, that was back in the day when we didn't have videos like that. So you lucky. That shit was gonna be all on Twitter. The fuck?
How y'all was gonna have that, and how y'all was gonna have this, and how y'all was gonna have that. Only, you know what I mean, to have a child or some children with an individual that didn't fulfill none of the things that he told you. Sold you a cold dream, but didn't have the information or the heart's desire to fulfill the dream that he sold. You know what I mean? He told, he might even be was sincere. He might wasn't even charming and disarming you. He might wasn't deceiving you. When he said the things that he said, he was sincere about it. But I'm here to tell you that, you know, there's some guys that's sincere, but they just sincerely wrong. There's some women that's sincere, but they just sincerely wrong. You know what I'm saying? When they were speaking, they wasn't lying. They
See, that's for y'all dark liquor friends, and people. See, like I said, I wasn't a dark drinker. Remy, VSOP, that shit used to taste like cough syrup when I used to drink that shit, just to try it out. Because you know, when you younger, you want to try certain shit out just to see, okay, what I can tolerate, what I can't tolerate, and shit like that. My grandmother used to drink E&J VSOP, and she used to drink that shit to the dome, but she was never drunk. You know what I'm saying? Because what my grandmama used to do with the E&J VSOP, she'll have a glass of water and she'll have the VSOP and she'll drink that, drink the water, drink that, drink the water. And the old heads will tell you, you drink water with that dark shit, you won't get sick, you won't be a hangover. But you know, us young motherfuckers be like, man, I can take that shit, yeah, all right. Until you wake up in Barbados with a monkey on your back and a banana peel, like on the side of your boat or on your by the side of your booty, and you feeling sore and shit, wondering what happened. She said Remy and Pepsi. Ooh, Lord, that shit tastes like bad cough syrup. I'm trying to tell you. I have my bottle of water with me, and I mean, I'm saying, if gentlemen, ladies, if y'all dark liquor drinkers, keep you some water with you. Drink water with that. You know, if that's what you like to drink as far as the dark liquor, drink that shit. But drink some water with that because what they be putting in that shit, it be super strong and potent. So, see, with light liquor, it's strictly that. It's distilled, it's clear, it ain't that heavy. So depending on your palate, you can kind of drink that to a certain degree and you be straight. You can still mix it, with whatever. You know what I'm saying? But with that dark, you gotta have that water, man. Don't drink that shit just and then it come out your body, come out your pores and shit. If you just drink like dark liquor just always by itself and you don't mix it with nothing, and you drink a lot of it like on a continuous basis, you know, it shows in your skin, it shows in your odor, it's just too much, you know. You say you just had it yesterday and my water bottle with me. Okay, that's what's up. I mean, hey, to each his
It was
own.
actually for real when they said it. But because they didn't have, you know what I mean, the game, and then some had the game, but just have the spirit of procrastination. So the information didn't mean nothing. What am I saying? They spoke it. They had the information to do it, but they didn't put in the work. That's why it wasn't fulfilled. You know what I mean? Or how many of you gangster niggas, you understand me, when it was time to put in work, that nigga that was standing next to you, man, he was man. He got all the tattoos. He got all the guns in the picture. You go on his IG, his Facebook right now, you know what I mean? He got guns in every picture. He's sitting over there, you know what I mean, dropping rakes. Everything with him, you understand me, is just gang banging. He just gang bang the fuck out on the internet. He's always gang banging. Whenever he go live, he disrespecting the dead. He disrespecting this motherfucker. But when it was time to put in the work, though, what did he do? Joe, let me out. Let me out. Those that remember Boys in the Hood. Joe, let me out. When it got time to put in the work, he talked about how he wanted to kill this person, how he wanted to do this. But when it got time to put in the work, though, you know what I mean? Joe, let me out. Joe, let me out. You know what I mean? Them type of niggas. Talk all of that shit. Or how many motherfuckers you knew in school, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I'm with that, nigga. I'm talking about, it was some people that we was in school with, they had a cold bark game. When it came to barking, second to none. They bark game was impeccable. They knew how to bark. What am I saying? They knew how to sell wolf tickets. I'm gonna beat your ass. Yeah, nigga. Nigga, I'll fuck you up, nigga. Nigga, I'm with that. I'm like that. I'm like that for real, boy. He get loud. You know, motherfuckers, when they get loud, they think that, yeah, I'm with all of that. Nigga. Yeah, nigga. Just piss me off. Just say anything, nigga, and I just might pop off. And then when motherfucker get hit in the mouth or sock one good time, wait a minute, where is that energy? Where is that energy, sir? Sir, why are you getting beat?
I used to love motherfuckers like that. That was popping off and talking all that shit, getting loud and bristling up on a motherfucker because they got a certain size about them. They had a certain kind of people that was backing their ass up and they all in your grill, spitting and shit and bad breath all in your face. And you sitting there like, and then you bust that motherfucker. And then next thing you know, that boy like, oh, and now they done got scared. You ever had that situation when the motherfucker that you just got tired of, it just kept popping off at the mouth? And they just kept making it seem like they was just the baddest motherfucker on earth. You could no one whoop their ass until you fucking just say, man, I'm about to crack this motherfucker. And you just pick up the curve because before maybe you was a little nervous. You was like, damn, this motherfucker do got kind of like a reputation. This motherfucker, he is kind of bigger than me, or she kind of bigger than me, and I don't know. But this one in particular day, you like, I ain't going for none. Next thing you know, they keep talking, yeah, motherfucker, I bow. And they running this shit. Ooh, I done found a chink in his armor. You give a four motherfucker more foo pops. You know what I'm talking about, the foo pops. You know, Chi-Town motherfucker, that's some Chicago shit. You know, the foo pop. Give a motherfucker the foo pops, motherfucker running.
You dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
You get that motherfucker the foo pops, man, that shit be over. It'd be a wrap. like my girl Sweden just said, it'd be a wrap. It's over. Bitch, you better not never come around here no more. Because you're going to get it even worse. The fuck? I ain't trying to promote violence, but we know what we talking about.
Under this chair. Sir, why are you getting beat under this desk, sir? Sir, why is 3-4 teachers picking this person up off of you? Sir, why is your nose bleeding? Sir, why are you crying? That's them grammar school days. But all throughout your life, you have seen individuals who knew how to talk that shit, say that shit, profess that shit. But when it got time to put in the work, though, they took a little slight vacation. You know? And it's just like that in the pimp game. We have individuals that know how to talk. I can't even say talk good because everybody don't know how to talk good. You know, I know you was expecting me to say that, but no, everybody don't know how to talk good. You know, but they know how to talk, though. And they cold with the talking. They cold with it. You know what I mean? Cold with it. You know, we're going to speak on that. But let me just give you this. When I was living for God, as a young man of God, I realized that if you wanted to be consecrated, if you wanted to be anointed, if you wanted to be knowledgeable, you know what I mean, of the word of God and represent God the correct and right way, you had to put in time to study the word. I told you, Brother Stephen Davis, he was my Malcolm X. And the reason why I'm saying it like that, for those of you that know the history of Brother Malcolm and Brother Farrakhan, when I say he was my Malcolm X, that's how Farrakhan looked at Brother Malcolm. Malcolm was everything. Malcolm was the best definition of discipline. And so that's one of the reasons why we see Brother Farrakhan, as profound as he is, and we love him today and things like that. But, you know, what helped him evolve into the informative representative that he is today, you know, is because he had a great example to look at before he got the opportunity to be in that same position. It was Brother Malcolm. So Brother Stephen Davis was that to me. Brother Stephen did not just quote scriptures. Brother Stephen would actually quote the whole chapter. I would see this man as he would stand up and minister the word.
Hold on. How many of y'all can even say 2 paragraphs of the book? This man would recite word for word chapters. Whew. When I say whew, I gotta say whew. How many? Name any chapter in the Bible and recite just a sentence, 2 sentences. A lot of us couldn't do it, and you don't have to be ashamed to admit it. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Hey, I can recite Revelations from beginning to the 9th inning." I'm not about to say that. I'm not gonna even say I can sit up here and do Genesis. In the beginning, you know. Okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do that. But this man used to recite chapters from the scriptures. Bad man.
Word of God, he would just walk down the middle aisle, or he would walk around in power hour, and the way that he would quote scriptures, I was amazed. You know how some people, while they're ministering, they'll just quote one scripture or 2. You know what I mean? But this man used to quote the whole chapter. And I said, wait a minute, he's not looking at the Bible. But I'm looking at the word, and he's saying it word for word. I was impressed by that. I was very impressed with his vocabulary. He was a walking dictionary. He was a walking epistle. He was the embodiment, you know, of knowledge and wisdom to me as a teenager. Brother Stephen Davis provoked many young people to study. You know what I mean? He was tall, slender, just like Brother Malcolm. You know what I mean? And just knowledgeable, poised, disciplined, sharp, walked circumspectly. He was everything that I wanted to be as a young minister. There was other individuals that had some influences on me, but Brother Stephen Davis was my definition of consecrated. He was my definition of discipline. Not only did he have, college education, but his knowledge of the word, it was amazing. So I wanted to be like Brother Stephen Davis. I wanted to be like Elder Ellis Jones. Elder Ellis Jones, when he would get up to preach, he would say so many historical, facts. His historical game, his political knowledge, it was amazing to me as a teenager. I could not go to sleep as he would teach. Sometimes he would get up on a Friday night and have the opportunity to, teach 2 hours. I can't say that for everybody. Some people I had to strive to stay up for, but not with Elder Jones. Because you knew when Elder Jones would teach, you're going to learn. You're going to get something that you didn't know before. You're going to find out the root word of this. You're going to find out the origin of that, the founder of this. He's a teacher. Of course, Elder Redmond. I can't forget Elder Carl Redmond. He was, of course, before he got saved, he didn't even have a high school education. And to see somebody that didn't have a high school education receive salvation and now went from not having a high school education to now having a PhD, in education, that is very, it'll compel you. Especially when you listen to somebody's testimony and they tell you that they was not academically successful. And now all of a sudden that they've given their life to God, God has completely given them a different mindset. And now you're seeing it. It's different from reading the word and looking at different examples, but to physically see it in your face. What am I saying? These people were amazing because they were putting in the work. You can't go from just not having a high school diploma and now you have a PhD, in education. I think he has another, excuse me. No, not education. No. That's another. He has a PhD in psychology. Excuse me. And so, he had to put in work to have that. He had to put in work to have that. It was other brothers that I looked up to, physically, because, when you wear suits, you want to look a certain way. If you're fat and you're just got that, or maybe you solid like a bouncer at a club or something. I mean, that's cool, but the suits don't hit you the same way. The suits fit you better when you're in shape or you're defined or you're slender. I don't care if it's a Louis suit. If you're fat as fuck or, you got that bouncer at the club look, it's all right, but it don't hit like when you're in shape. It's not going to hit like when you're defined or you're slender. It hit different. That's what I'm saying to you. You have to put in work to even look a certain way. All throughout life, the individuals that I admire, they put in work for that. God has never sent down fire on an empty altar. You have to make sacrifices to receive the anointing and the power of God, even in spirituality. So even though I'm kicking game,
because I ain't gonna lie, he made perfect sense right there, because them super ultra big ass niggas. Yeah, I'm quite sure y'all done seen some of them that wear suits and it don't fit the same. It don't hit the same. It hit different. It's kind of like, nigga, big and tall. I understand, that's for the real big guys, and I ain't knocking none of the bigger guys, but the suits don't look the same opposed to, a person of my stature. I got that John Wick frame, and I ain't gonna lie. And I still got my limberness at my old age. I'm not as trained as that. I am, but I'm just a little older, so I might have to do it a little longer. But me wearing a suit, you look at me and be like, oh wow, You know, my wife tells me all the time, and I'm like, well, okay, thank you. But when I had to really think about it and look at it, I'm like, damn, I do look good in the suit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just trying to knock, other people and other brothers, from that. You wear your suit how you wear it. You make the clothes don't make you. Just always remember that. You make the clothes don't make you. But you have to put in the works for certain things to go and look and be a certain way. Very inspiring video right here. So let's continue on. And I love this view because, like I say, this is the view from Simple to P's condo when he was still alive in his last days when he was living in Canada, because he had been living out there for a few years up until this time and shortly after, before he, went on to glory. God rest his soul. But this is his view out his window in his condo. And this is how he always used to do his videos, whether it was the daytime or the nighttime. If y'all want me to, for my Friday video, do one of his nighttime live streams and we react to it and we, commentate and we fellowship with it, put a one in the chat, and we can do that one too. Because he had some gems. All right, so let's go.
Game to people that's in the game. Those of you that are not in the game, those of you that are in different walks of life, the price of success is sacrifice. What am I saying? You got to put in that work. I'm even reminded of Lil JoJo, rest in peace. Lil JoJo used to have a song called Put In Work. You know what I mean? They don't put in work. That song used to go to, rest in peace to Lil JoJo. But you know what I mean? If you don't put in work, you're just talking. If you're not making sacrifices to obtain that or maintain that, then no, you can't call yourself, can't say successful, especially if no sacrifices have not been made. You know what I mean? You got to make sacrifices for that. What am I saying? In other words, you got to put in that work. You can't just wake up and be like, "Ooh, I want to be an anointed preacher," or "I want to be an anointed teacher." Saints had to pray for that. They had to fast for that. They had to have shut out so they can have shut-ins. They had to have a shut-in. You know what I mean? Yeah, the saints used to have shut-in, but before you have a shut-in, you got to shut out. See, what's a shut-out? You have to shut out everything that's unlike God in order to be consumed by the things of God. What am I saying? Sacrifices. Anything that did not exalt Christ or promote righteousness, a righteous individuals that's seeking more righteousness of God abstains and refrains from anything ungodly. Why? Because they're seeking the anointing of God. So what I'm saying, is applicable to all lifestyles. You got to put in the work. You don't make it, even in the word, you don't make it into the kingdom of God because you just know the word of God. As the scripture says, you know what I mean? I believe in James 4:17. You know what I mean? To know the good and do it not, to him it is sin. You just can't be knowledgeable of the word of God. You got to be a doer of it. You got to live it. What am I saying? You got to put in the work. That's why the scripture said, "Let your work shine before men, which glorifies the Father in heaven." I'm reminded of the great Malcolm X when he said, if you're a representative, you got to be able to what? Present, represent, and defend. How you going to represent this game? How you going to present this game, represent this game, and defend this game if you're not putting in work to present it? If you're not putting in work to represent it, if you're not putting in the work so you can defend it, how you going to do that without putting in the work? Got to put in that work. Do me a favor, get them likes up to 600. Blessings to everybody. But that just had to give you the spiritual aspect. Now, when we look at social media, when we look at let's go Instagram. We have many individuals who are knowledgeable of the game. They've watched plenty of pimp tutorials, plenty of pimp videos. They've been following pimps on Instagram for quite some time. They've been following individuals who are respected in the lifestyle for quite some time. They have learned mannerisms. They have learned different quotes. They've learned, you know what I mean, different, you know what I mean, attire, you know what I mean, that pimps wear, you know? So they know how to get on social media and put on a good Oscar award-winning performance because for a while now, they've been making observation of representation in the game through social media. Then some individuals have actually been outside on the bricks. They've been in on the concrete. They've been in pimp circles, fellowshipping with the pimping, listening, you know what I mean, to the pimping. In the game, but still not of the game, but still know plenty of conversations, you know what I mean, about the game. And so they can repeat the talking points that another pimp might have conveyed on the phone or might have conveyed in person. And so what they do is they go into Facebook or Instagram and they take somebody else's intellectual property and they present it to the individuals who are novices in the game as if these are brand new revelations. We have individuals on dinosaurs, you know, P Perspective, and shout out to him. He has a platform too. Go subscribe to P Perspective, and you know, Dinosaurs has a platform too. Blessings to both of them. But we have individuals that know how to talk it. They know how to talk it very good. You know, when you go on there, you see all type of individuals professing to be a pimp and to profess, you know what I mean, that they got game. Everybody's saying that they got game. Even the guy that, you know what I mean, not gonna say his name, but even the guy that got caught putting panties on.
And see, and this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna rewind that part. But that shit was fucked up. But yeah, anything that we get game from and get knowledge from, give credence to where you got your information from. Don't make it try to seem like that, oh, you just the oracle of everything and you are the end all be all. Because I know I'm not. I still got a lot to learn. But what I ain't gonna do is give certain information or say certain things and don't give credence to where I got certain things from. Now, there's gonna be other things that I'm just gonna say that just come out my mind and out my mouth that I'm doing. But for the most part, oh shit, my sinuses is messing with me. I'm sorry. But for the most part, a lot of things that I've gotten as far as in my game, in my platform, how I've tried to construct this family with the Black Bottom Rodcast, yeah, I've gotten something from here, there, and there, and here and there. You know, it ain't just been one thing. It's been a mixture of things. But it all makes sense in what we're doing here and what I'm trying to convey to y'all. Just so we know. You know, I don't know everything. I know enough, but I don't know everything.
There, you know, he got caught putting I think it's a video of him putting panties on, but yet he's on social media telling the young women to choose up with him, but he's in a video putting panties on. You know what I mean? He's putting panties on. There's an actual video of him putting panties on. Now, I believe that he was high when he did it, but I'm sorry, but I mean, to each his own. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be, man, you got on panties. Man, I was happy. Hey, that shit, I don't know if they're going to roll with it, but hey, shoot your shot. But there's an actual video of him putting on panties. But yet and still, even with him putting on panties, even with him tasting pussy for a little bit of, I don't know the whole ordeal with that, the whole situation regarding that 20,000, but it was kind of like a prostitution situation. It was nothing really pimpish about it, you know. And not only eating booty, you know, and tasting coochie, you know, and the bitch basically recording all of this, but with all of that has been done, he still gets up and says that he's the voice of pimping. That's the era that we're in right now. After all that came out about him tasting the booty, about, you know what I mean, it's a possibility that he might have had some sexual dealings, even with a trick. That's another conversation. But, you know what I mean, with all of that going on, he still has the gall to profess that he has game. See, saying that you have game, that's one thing. You know, man, I got game. You should pay me because of the game that I have. The game. You should pay me because of the game that I have. I mean, when you on IG, you see everybody talking about they got game. Niggas that ain't had a hoe in years, they saying that they got game. The game banger is saying that, you know what I mean, he got game. The guy that got caught, you know what I mean, wearing panties, he got game. And you wonder why these hoes be confused. Do me a favor, everybody hit the thumbs up button, get them likes to 600. But on social media, everybody's got game. Everybody's professing. Niggas is jumping out the garbage can. Motherfuckers is coming out the sewer, you know, professing to have game. You have individuals who don't take showers, they don't have good hygiene, but they know how to go live. They don't know how to brush their teeth properly. They don't know how to brush their tongue properly. They don't know how to floss properly, you know? But even by them not having good hygiene, they know how to go live, though. Do you hear what I'm saying to? They don't know how to put deodorant on every day, but they know how to go live. That's crazy, you know? But you have all these individuals professing to have game. Even on YouTube, what do you see? You see individuals who, like Jay-Z said, you know, was at their folks' pad, scribbled in their notepad, and created their life. There's no history, you know, of them being in the streets, but they get on YouTube and create, you know, this whole false biography. You know, yeah, man, and you know, I mean, I don't even want to speak on it. You know, you got to buy my book. You know what I mean? But with me and the homie Ray, you know what I mean? We was, man, this was way back. I don't even want to speak on it. But you know what I mean? But yeah, man, we was doing crimes, man. We was heavy in the underworld doing crimes. We was heavy in the underworld just doing crimes, man. Yeah, you should have seen it, man. But you know, I don't want to speak on it. That's why you should buy my book. You should buy my book. I see it's so much that I want to say, but I can't say it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know, are you saying that you got to buy? I ain't saying nothing, man. You got to buy my book.
How many motherfuckers y'all know in the streets that be just bragging about what they done did and how they done got this and how they done got that and all this other stupid ass shit? How many motherfuckers y'all done seen that did that? See, a real one ain't got to do all that. A real one just gonna do what they do. Their works is what's gonna make you see who they are. These braggadocious ass niggas, these over the top ass, running off at the mouth ass women. No. If they gotta brag about what the fuck they done did, their accomplishments, this, that, and whatever, they ain't really doing it. Your work should speak for itself. And this is all this video is trying to convey, and this is all what everyone out here should know. That braggadocious mindset and attitude, and always, yeah, I'm doing this, always on social media, or I'm doing that, or I'm here, or I'm here. You ain't on shit. You're trying to fill a void of your lack of, to be honest with you. If you really about this life and you really about the certain things that you claim that you're about, you ain't gotta brag about that shit. Just fucking do it. Just Nike. Just fucking Nike, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Who raised you to have that mindset outside of your household? Who raised you to think that way? Who raised you to believe that that's the end all be all to showing everyone else out here that you about something? How weak is that? How weak is that? It's real weak. And it shows a lack of self-respect, self-dignity, confidence in self, and just your overall existence. Well, I won't say your overall existence, but to a degree, it says something about you as a person that you got to do all this extra shit. You're making up, you're overcompensating for things that you lack in. And there's so many brothers and sisters out here that do that shit in our community. Y'all overcompensate for the shit that you really truly lack in. Cause you really ain't put in no work. You done got it on the lick. You done got it on the stain. But you ain't put in no work. That's why it don't last.
You know what I mean? Me and the homie, you know what I mean? We was doing this, and you know what I mean? But I don't want to speak on it. I was a cold pimp. I'm doing my thing. You know, message from a pimp. You know, all of this shit. You have all these individuals who have actually watched Pimps Up, Hoes Down. They've watched American Pimp. They have watched Bossing Up, Cross Country Pimping. They've watched The Mac. They've watched all of these films. They've watched Pimps Talk on Instagram. They've been in lives. They've actually watched videos on YouTube of pimps sharing their experiences in the game. And what they have done, these little kelpie ass niggas, you know what I mean, the Dr. BOAs, the Saint and the Sinners, you know what I mean? What they have done is they have memorized the words that they were mesmerized by. And they just create a whole new character on YouTube. And these guys just, the gameless go for it. There's a population of just gameless individuals that's looking for a daddy. I'm not going to speak too much on this guy, but I'm just going to use him as an example. The guy, Flacco, if I'm saying his name right, you know, individuals that did not really have a father. So by them not having a father, you know, they're on YouTube looking for a daddy. Anybody and everybody can sit up there and charm them and disarm them out of some money because they didn't have a father putting in work. Oh, I'm teaching now. You know what I mean? They didn't have a father putting in work, so they always get that work by con artists on YouTube. Because they did not have a daddy, they're searching for a daddy. If you even look at the Saint and the Sinner interview on No Jumper, by the way, he lied, you know, mentioned my name, lied on me. Of course, if I was on a 5 million sub channel, I wouldn't even mention him. But I was so important that he decided to tell him, because I don't even know if that guy even had me on his mind. But they came on one accord, you know, for the questions that were going to be asked, and he actually spoke. If his name was mentioned to me in the interview on a 5 million sub channel, on an almost 5 million sub channel, I wouldn't even acknowledge. I would have said next question. Because he's not worthy for me to speak on that big of a moment on that type of platform. No, I wouldn't even been thinking about him, but it just goes to show you the residence that I have in the small location called his mind. that he actually thought enough. He was like, man, let me speak on Sinful to Pete, and then lied on me. You know what I mean? Just lied, just told a bunch of lies. You know, but we'll deal with that little fella. I'm not even knowing that right now. I'm just speaking on the fact that by you fathers, I got to teach a little bit and just stay on this because I'm talking to the fathers right now. By you not putting in work with your son or sons or daughter or daughters, you are making provisions for your child, for your children to be manipulated by somebody that don't give a damn about them. These motherfuckers on these social media platforms are just saying anything and everything to get everything out these old fatherless ass niggas. They got all of these fatherless ass niggas, you know what I mean, supporting a gameless ass nigga. But when you a gameless ass nigga and when you completely blind, you can't even see that the person that's teaching you is blind. And surely he has some education pertaining to something, but he pertaining to this game. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed that he has challenged everybody's teachings? Have you noticed that he's trying to debate everybody's teachings, you know what I mean, pertaining to whatever they was teaching about? But notice that none of these motherfuckers have ever challenged or tried to debate me pertaining to the game. Why? Because it's a waste of time. You're knowledgeable of.
What's sad, when Sinful passed, that's when all the hating ass motherfuckers came out. That's when all the hating punk ass motherfuckers came to bring his name down. That's when all the motherfuckers want to make all these different videos. I seen it in real fucking time, sitting right here in my fucking living room where I'm sitting at right now. Because it was blowing up my timeline. As far as all these random ass fucking channels on YouTube that I ain't never seen before, to be honest with you. But the algorithm was so high when he passed, and the people that was associated with his circle of content, that shit was just popping on my timeline like popcorn. And I'm like, really? I'm like, really? I'm like, really? And see, I have been following Sinful since maybe I was following Sinful when he was in Scottsdale, Arizona. So that was around 2017. Okay. And that's when he would show his face. Have a simple room like how you seeing me right now on the big screen and just talk game and just talk his thoughts. Didn't put no other videos, didn't do any reactions. He would just sit up on his live stream on his phone in this one room and just talk. Like I say, if y'all not subscribed to Simple to P's page, go over to him and subscribe to his page because his buddy Freeze runs his page now. So it's still active. And proceeds go to, of course, whoever it needs to go to. It's not my business. But besides the point, he has 97,000 subscribers. And it's no longer here. He got more subscribers than I got. And I'm still here. I'm trying to get to that level. But he had about that before he passed. On the underground level here on YouTube, he didn't have no sponsorship. You know, he had a handful of content creators and people in the streets that he knew personally that would shout him out. And he did the same. But he did his own thing in his own way, in his own lane. He put in the work. You know,
about whatever the fuck you went to school for, and blessings to you on that. But notice that Dr. BOA, Saint, all your little favorite YouTubers, none of them motherfuckers will ever sit up there and challenge me pertaining to the shit that proceeds out my mouth pertaining to this game, though.
And it's funny.
That's what you would never see. And if you did,
it's funny that he talks about Saint the Sinner and Dr. BOA. I used to watch a few of Dr. BOA's videos, maybe 2, 3, 4, about 5 years ago. He ain't as prevalent on YouTube as he once was. Well, he's not in my algorithm. I don't know if he's still doing his videos or not, but he was kind of he had some good points. At the same time, he was just overdoing it. And I'm like, yeah, you doing too much. And Saint and Sinner, I was never really subscribed to him, but I did check out a few of their videos, and same shit. It really didn't resonate with me to really watch his platform on a regular. BOA, some of his shit used to pop on my algorithm, but now I don't hear and see nothing what the fuck he's doing. But yeah, he was regurgitating a lot of shit from other people's knowledge and platforms and trying to package it in his own channel like it was his own gospel. And obviously it ain't hitting for him like that no more. See, there's some people that get hot in this damn space for a short time, but they don't stay around for a long time because they're not being true to the game. I'm never going to sit here and do things and play shit like this or react to things like this and not give credit to where credit is due. Now, some of my original videos, when I didn't have the setup that I have now, when it was just strictly me and my laptop, yeah, it was just all me. And I had some classics. I had some bummers, some downers. I was up and coming. So, it was what it was. That my teeth was all fucked up. It was going bad. That's why I had my teeth did. Yeah, I had work done. I ain't gonna sit up here in front. I had some work done with my teeth. I'm gonna be real with you. You look at me a year ago, 2 years ago, yeah, my shit was going bad. But I'm okay now. But it's okay. But yeah, man, when you don't really put in real works, it shows. Your slip get to showing. Everyone sees you.
Actually see it, it would be comical. He would get chopped the fuck up. Why? Because most of the shit that he knows either came from Dre Freeze or myself or other little documentaries and films that he's seen. So you would never see. Now, me, on the other hand, I took that, and I might even do that because I did it within a roast, but I never made an actual video. But that biggest video that Dr. BOA has talking about the commandments of the game and all of that shit, in my roast, you see, I completely destroyed that shit. That shit was applesauce. You know what I mean? That shit was applesauce. Hold on, let me show you. Give me a second. I'm going to show you my purpose. There we go. Oh, out of there. Out of there. That's my purpose, to hit the block button and block your dumb ass. That was my whole purpose today. Yeah, I'm teaching the game and everything, but God woke me up so I can hit the block button and block your goofy ass off my shit. Out of there. Out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's my purpose, nigga. That's my whole motherfucking calling and destiny in life, nigga, was to get my handsome ass up and block your goof ass out my motherfucking comment section. That was my purpose in life, nigga. Yeah. Nigga gonna get his Sebastian ass all in my motherfucking comment section and ask a pimp a question. Nigga, you don't ask no pimp no goddamn question. What's your purpose? Nigga, you don't even ask the bitch what's the purpose. You don't even ask that bitch that just called you a bitch. You know what I mean? What's her motherfucking purpose? Don't you get your motherfucking ass in my comment section twerking and shit and motherfucking lollygagging your pussy all in my comment section asking me a question. Bitch, what's wrong with you? You little niggas that lost your mind. The audacity. You know what I mean? What's your purpose? Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you, man. Hold on, stay right there. Have patience. Hey, do me a favor. Give my likes up to 700. Everybody come up. Why you call them Sebastians? Hey, man, back in the Shy, man. You know what I mean? It was a dude in the hood. His name was Sebastian. And, man, this... I ain't trying to go there, but I'm just going to... he was big for nothing. He was big for nothing. When I tell you that his mama came out, y'all better stop beating on my boy. Y'all better stop beating on my... And we laughed, you know what I mean? And of course, you know, our mamas got informed and it wasn't funny after that. But, you know what I mean? Y'all better stop beating on my boy. We used to beat that nigga up all the time. You know what I mean? He was just big for nothing. He was one of the biggest kids on the block, and he used to let motherfuckers that were smaller than him muff him. You know what I mean? Let me stop, because he might be a killer today. It'd be them motherfuckers that end up being the coldest killers. But, you know what I mean? For real, he was just big for nothing. He kind of looked like Brian Williams. Some of y'all don't remember Brian Williams. They used to play for the Clippers. They ended up playing for the Bulls. You know, and then that Brian Williams situation was sad too. But he was just big for nothing.
Yeah, the whole Brian Williams situation after he won them championships with the Bulls, and he then went on. He wasn't the most talented basketball player, but he was big for nothing. He served the purpose for like garbage time with the Bulls. If y'all old enough to remember Brian Williams, you know, the big light skinned motherfucker with the, you know, the hazel eyes and shit like that. And he had a few flashy moments and shit like that, but he was never a starter. He was never an all-star. He was never a 6-man person. He was just a big motherfucker to fill up 5 fouls in the center position. And he wound up going crazy and killing himself and some other people. And look up the tragedy of Brian Williams. You know, it was sad. You know,
couldn't play basketball worth a damn, and he was tall and big. You know what I mean? Just he was big for nothing, man. When I tell you, I'm trying to remember this boy name. He was calling him all type of bitches. Boy, get your bitch ass back in the house. That's what it was about. Excuse, my memory is impeccable. The boy, okay, this is what happened. My God, you got me. I got to get back to this game. I totally forgot about this, but thanks for asking this question. This shit just came out of nowhere. Listen, this is when NBA Jams was hot. This was when all of us used to steal Game Pro books out the store so we could sit up there and have the codes to the game and shit. You know what I mean? This is before y'all era, man. This is some real Sega Genesis ass shit, 64-bit. You dig? So, you know, NBA Jams was hot than a motherfucker at the time, right? And so, I ain't gonna lie, he had a nice mama. She was pretty too. You know what I mean? But man, he was just soft as hell. But, you know, he tried to invite us to his place and shit, you know, because, you know, like a lot of y'all was trying to, you know what I mean, be cool with people who ain't really cool with you. And I never picked on him. I never did that. He kind of got smart with me one time when we was playing basketball. He kind of fouled me hard. I told him, man, you know what I mean, if you elbow me again, I'm going to whoop your ass. He ain't elbow me no more. But, okay, look, check it out. We come to his place, you know what I mean, to sit up there and play NBA Jams. Plus, his mama didn't trip. Like, they had money. Like, my mama, I had to play Sega Genesis on the little 19-inch TV. Mama like, you not messing up my big TV. We ain't got money like that. You know, because if you play Sega Genesis on the TV, you already know if you play the lines gonna start coming in the TV. Real Sega Genesis motherfuckers know. You know what I mean? Biggie said live niggas respect it. So look, man, you know what I mean? At my place, you know, we had to play on the little 19-inch, man. You know what I mean? I had a little 19-inch TV on a crate in my room. I'm just telling it like it is, man. You know what I mean? Seeing, man, you was broke. I was, man. 19-inch TV on the crate in my room. You know what I mean? With the radio, you know what I mean, in there too, man. You couldn't tell me nothing, man. I was living life. But anyway, at his crib, everything was different. Like his mama was like real polite. She was like one of the white mamas. Like she would like ask us like, was we hungry? Did we need any like cookies and stuff? Like he was really raised right. He really was a nice kid. They just ain't had no business on Cottage Grove, man. You know, we was little heathens. So look, check it out. The homie, oh my God, you talking about bullying. When it got time for us to leave after playing NBA jams, because I ain't gonna lie, he was cold with that shit. Dude knew all the codes too. Remember when NBA jams, motherfucker, he's on fire. You know what I mean? Like, dude was cold. And he used to talk shit during the game. So, you know, when you a punk and you can't fight, you know you can't talk shit during no basketball game, man. That's gonna make a motherfucker, yeah, you might have beat me in this game, but what about this fight, though? Yeah, nigga get in your face. Yeah, nigga, you beat me in NBA jams, but what about if I NBA jams your face, though? Yeah, nigga, on BPSN, nigga, you got me fucked up. So look, after he had beat all of us, I'm just keeping it real, man. That nigga beat all of us. I'm not gonna tell no lies. He beat all of our ass. I mean, he knew all the codes and shit, right? The homie said, fuck that. I'm taking this game. And he was like, no, man, that's my game, man. What are you doing? He like, man, listen, you could either make a big thing out of it, you know what I mean, and get your mama involved, but I told you, man, I'm taking this game. He started instantly crying. Now, this boy at this time, man, you know, because we all like 11 and 12 years old, you know, he 13. He 13 and he taller and bigger than all of us. Man, that man started crying crocodile tears and shit. You know what I mean? Because, man, the little homie, man, we called him KJ for Kevin Johnson, you know what I mean, for the point guard for the Suns. You know what I mean? That nigga sat up there and said, man, I'm taking this game, man. On everything I love, nigga, on Chief, nigga, you better get out of my way, nigga. On Chief, nigga. You know what I mean? And he's like, man, don't take my game, man. He's like, man, if you cry and if you tell your mama, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. On Chief, I'm gonna kill you, nigga. Now keep playing. And he stopped crying and shit. But you know, I always had a heart, man. You know, after seeing him like that, I've been Minister Farrakhan in situations my whole goddamn life. You know what I mean? The Pippin just always been there, but you know, me and KJ was cool, man. I'm like, man, get that boy back. Cause you know, man, he gonna tell his mama eventually it's gonna get back to all of us, and we ain't gonna be able to come outside, man. You gotta give him back that game, man. You gotta give him back that game, man. He gave him back the game. But man, KJ gave him back the game and muffed him in everything. He was like, man, you lucky, man. You know what I mean? The homie said, give him back your shit. Because I was going to take your shit. Here, take your motherfucking game. And muff the nigga. And the homie was so short. You know what I mean? Dude, like 13 years old. You know what I mean? And you damn near 6 feet. Dude was like a good 5'11", man, at 13 years old. No bullshit. He's taller than all of us, man. You know what I mean? But he just was big for nothing. He was just big for nothing, man. I can't believe, Isaiah, you took me back, man, to my childhood, man. Yeah, that's them 54 from Cottage Grove days right there. Good times, man, good times. This before, of course, we still had shootings, but not like now in Chicago. Like, you know what I mean? Them kids really can't have no real childhood. I grew up where you could still have a childhood. The kids could still go outside. We can be in alleys and, play on crates, like young niggas do, But anyway, man, let me get back to this game. Sinful. I'm what is a ghost, but laugh when you talk about the corny YouTube concert white people do, myself included. It is what we do, man. Hey, listen, let me put this out there. I appreciate you even saying that. When I say the things I be saying, I just say things to promote laughter and, bring joy. But I have nothing against white people or people that are professional that basically, show professionalism every day. I have nothing against you guys, okay? So if you're a subscriber of mine, you're a lover of the content, I might say some things just to promote laughter, but I don't genuinely, sincerely, feel like that. I love people of all color, races, and lifestyles, So let me just make that, known. But some of y'all do get sensitive. Oh my God, Sin doesn't like white people, or Sin doesn't like, man, I love squares. You never hear me saying shit like fuck squares, or you never heard shit. You know why? Because I got family. And most of my family is what? Squares. Who taught us in school? Squares. Who taught you at church? Squares. It's some people that gave us some good game in the community when we were coming up. And guess what they was? Squares. So it's never fuck squares. Never. Shout out to Divine, man. Naomi, baby, appreciate that. You came in with it, didn't you? Came in with that 139 with that Canada. Ooh, glory to the game, baby. I appreciate that. Yeah, good looking. Shout out to you. Yeah, but shout out to Isaiah for saying that, man. And if this video make it to Sebastian, I don't know what you're doing in life now, but yeah, I still remember you, homie. I was just sharing that experience, man, for laughter. I'm pretty sure you're doing your thing now and successful, and I hope you're not a killer. I hope you're not, because I ain't gonna lie. A lot of niggas that was soft as hell when we were shorties, them niggas did. Some niggas evolved into monsters. Some niggas is still a bitch, but some niggas evolved into monsters, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, do me a favor. Everybody click on the like button. Shout out to Sebastian. Hope he doing good. Right. Amen to that. But getting back to this game that I never left, man. I don't want nobody that, nigga, my name's Sebastian. I don't want to be at a grocery store one day and a nigga come up to me like, yeah, nigga, I got picked on all my goddamn life, nigga. Nigga, yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, it's that time. You see that fear in your eye, boy. Yeah, you was picking on Sebastian, nigga. I'm a Sebastian. Do something. I don't want no problem with the Sebastians, okay? So when I say that, I'm just promoting laughter. I know it's a Sebastian out there that can whoop my ass from here to Israel. I don't want no problems. Like that old man said on Friday, you want some of this too, old man? I'm here to tell you, no. Okay, so look. I'm a square, but I learned a lot from pimps like you and Freeze. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you and the 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. But again, that's what we gonna call them. Little kelpie ass niggas. The YouTubers, the Instagrammers, the Snapchat chatters, the Facebookers, all of these individuals that never touch concrete, have no history in the streets. These are little kelpie ass niggas. Shout out to Lil Kelpie. It's no disrespect to him. He got at me in the, we chopped. He said something to me briefly. We haven't really had a chance to talk yet. Different people got at me saying, don't let him on the platform. Don't let him on. This platform too gamed up. One nigga, he said, I ain't gonna lie, this had me die. He said, man, so all I got to do is go on No Jumper and get my ass beat by some dude named Almighty Suspect, and voila, I get to be on Sinful the P platform. Man, I didn't know it was that easy. I died laughing. He's like, damn, all I got to do, man, is get my ass beat by a dude named Almighty Suspect. you know what I mean, in front of the world, and then I get to just be on Sinful to Be platform. I bet. I ain't gonna lie, that shit had me dying. That shit had me dying. You know, but you know, before I get outside, let's just stay on social media for a little bit. Social media is filled with individuals who have beautiful words with no works. You don't know them. See, it's different if I know you. Notice that there's a certain respect that I have for Sepulveda the Prince. Why? Because Sepulveda the Prince I met in the streets. Notice there's a certain respect that I have for Divine. Even though me and Divine didn't meet physically, we know some of the same people. And he met them where? In the streets. He done had certain brides that I know that are active in the lifestyle. I know that he's in the streets. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Notice that when I'm speaking to Gilbert, you know what I mean? There's a certain respect there. Why? Because we were cellies in prison. He's not a pimp. He's not in the game. You know, he used to be a gangbanger back in the day. But I respect Gilbert because I know him from the streets. I seen him one time or two before we went to prison. You know, before we were cellies in the pen. So the first time I seen him was actually in the street. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? There's a certain respect that goes to individuals that I know that be outside. And I'm here to tell you that, you know, videos talking to like.
So Cardi B retarded, funny face looking ass wasn't the first one to talk about being outside. A lot of us in our younger years used to be outside, you know, before the internet and social media really was the thing to be, where you can just sit in your house all day and talk to the world and shit like that. A lot of us old heads, and I'm an old head, I admit it. We used to be outside long before that was a thing, so to speak, in mindless bullshit music vernacular. A lot of people forgot about how to really be outside and be with the people and interact with people face to face. A lot of people don't know how to talk to people unless they online. A lot of people don't know how to talk to people unless they in a chat room on the internet. A lot of people don't know how to do that. A lot of people are so socially awkward. They don't know what to do with themselves if they was out in public with a bunch of people. I don't know who y'all are. I can't do it. I've never been starstruck. I've never been overbearing. And I've always stayed in my lane, being outside. That's how you live longer. And I ain't never did no extra shit. I mean, I did, but you know, that was back when I was a teenager. So it is what it is with that. You know, I'll do a story time about that later down the line. So if you're interested in that, if you'd have made it this far, please hit the like button. And if you are new, please subscribe to the Black Bottom Roscast, where we, you know, bring the real, have grown folks conversations, fellowship, and have a good time doing it. I'm gonna let a few minutes of this play, and I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's a pretty long video, and I done already went over 3 hours. And with this video, it's only an hour and a half in, and it's another hour and a half left. So we're gonna let a little bit play, and we're gonna wrap it up.
Random tourists and squares and shit, in a casino. Like, just look at the individuals that profess to be of the game. What have you seen from them that shows you, that they was in the game? What pimps know them? What hoes know them? How does the money know them from the game? Who know them? Nobody. You guys are easily deceived. You give your money and support to anybody that profess, something that they clearly don't possess. They have no history. It's not even a mystery. We know that these individuals, are charlatans. We know that these individuals are jesters. You know what I mean? No history. Ain't pimped nowhere. But you allowing these individuals to get on here, and I'll never forget. I mean, one time, motherfucker actually had a axe a P. Axe a P what? You not no P? Man, take that P out the title. Another thing, I just want to squeeze. I ain't even gonna bother that. I ain't gonna bother that. I'm gonna wait till later on to talk my shit. I gotta teach. But again, on social media, you have so many individuals who are able to speak well. You have individuals that have taken talking points from other pimps, but they have no work. I want to ask you a question. What if they're a pimp, they done some pimping, what hoe have they produced? What women have they produced? Because you might not want to speak on your history, but if you have history, guess what? People that know your history will speak on your history. Do you hear me? Come on, I'm teaching that. No need to speak on Kelby. You know what I mean? We done with that. We on 99th Street. Get off of 32nd. Come on. What woman have they produced? What women have they produced? Who have they had in the game? All of these guys talking about pimping, and it's mighty funny to me because in order to do some pimping, you got to have a hoe doing some hoeing. When that happened? When that happened? When did you have a hoe doing some hoeing? When did you have some hoes doing some hoeing? When did this occur, sir? You said you were pimping. So I'm here to tell you that in this era that we're in, it's a clout chasing era. So with that being said, if we're in a clout chasing era where everybody wants attention, surely with all the women that you presided over in the lifestyle when you were active, or maybe you're active now, surely there would have been one woman or some women or a pimp or a Mac or a gangster, somebody from the streets that would have gave confirmation of your representation in the location of the streets.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna end that right there. It'll be on for Friday. I'm definitely gonna finish that off as far as you know for the next live stream. I really appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I really appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight for this live stream. This one hit a little different because I used to watch this man for quite a long time. And I got back watching him in the 2020s. And he had evolved because he had already moved to Canada. He was doing his thing. And he was really putting out a lot of good gems to really make you look at things in a different perspective. And I understand that, he brought his own vernacular as far as what he was doing because he was in the lifestyle. A lot of pimps, a lot of P's had hated him for doing it, right? Just like a lot of Muslims hated Malcolm for what he did, and they didn't like it because it wasn't what they were really taught to do. But Malcolm was his own man, just like Sinful was his own man. And it was real ironic that he brought that up as far as who his mentor was in the ministry was like comparisons to what Malcolm was to Farrakhan. That was powerful. If you didn't hear it, if you're late to the live stream, listen to the whole thing in its entirety on the replay. You'll understand what I'm talking about. And if you don't have a if that doesn't satisfy you, then go search and research the history. Put in the work to find out what we was talking about and what he was talking about. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a very powerful live stream that Sinful did right before he died. And it always seems like it's like that with a lot of people that's in certain spaces of media that is known with a lot of people. You don't necessarily recognize it in real time when it's happening, but when they're gone and you go back, because for whatever reason, our people and people in general in this world, in this country, they always tend to want to go back to a person that's no longer here, that they find out is no longer here, to really hear their words and really appreciate them after the fact, instead of really appreciating them while they're here and dear and in the land of the living. I guess I was a different kind of person because I respected all these individuals that I came across to show me something I didn't know or give me game that I didn't understand and I got clarity from, or just fellowship with something that I already had an idea with. And I respected them while they were still here. Give flowers to the people that are here while they're here. Because when they're gone, the only thing you have left is what they left behind. So you're not going to get anything new. You're not going to get anything further than what they started with and what it ended with before they went on to glory. And regardless of what, and regardless of how you look at things, the way to success is putting in work. The way to elevating yourself from one situation to the next is putting in work. If in 2026 you're still doing the same things you did in 2025 and not had any progression, you're not putting in work. And for those that don't appreciate those that put in the work and take advantage of them, steal from them, manipulate them, and leave them out to dry, there's a special place in hell for you motherfuckers. My old job did that to me. True enough, I've been doing my line of work for well over 20 years. But my last company that I worked at, I put in blood, sweat, and tears for 6 years. And out of those 6 years, I was a top writer in the top 5 or 4 for the last 5. And they screwed me. They showed me exactly who they was. A bunch of shiesty, thieving, punk, fuck for brains ass motherfuckers that you're never going to have any good luck. I say this right now. The last company I worked for, and you're not even worth me even saying y'all's names. Y'all won't last long. You can't do good people the way you did me. You talked about how you love my family, and you didn't give a fuck about my family. All you cared about was yours. And that's fine. Everyone should care about their family. But when you care about yours and we're all working together as a company and you do your employees bogus, when you steal from them, you don't give a fuck about that person's family. All you give a fuck about is your bottom line. And I respect it, but don't think it's gonna last. Don't think that's gonna last. It might last a little bit, but until you change your ways and how you do business, you will never be truly successful. You'll just be a thieving ass motherfucker. And so many of these people in the line of work that I do that do that, they don't last. They go a nice little run, but in the end, they don't last. And they become a memory. They become what's talked about at the fucking water hole, at the fucking, at someone else's job. Remember them? Remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they had a good run, but they did what they did, and they ended the way they ended. But that's on y'all. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be all right. This is another one that took me to a certain level because I was watching this brother right up until the day he passed, just like Kevin Samuels. Take these jewels to heart, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Take these jewels to heart. You'll never see shit like this again. Not for a long time. Hopefully, my platform will elevate the way it needs to elevate. So please tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to subscribe to the Black Bottom Roscast. I'll be back on this Friday, 10 o'clock Central Time. We're gonna continue on with this. And I'm trying to get away from some of the other madness that we see. And I'm just trying to give some knowledge right now. After Friday, we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the next subject. But until then, in the words of Sinful the P, God rest his soul, I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. If you have made it this far, you are part of this family, and we are gone. And until next time. Peace.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. Girl, if I'm doing too much, just let me know. For some reason, I just